All set now with umpire Crouch. Co-commentators today, Doug Heywood, Dick Mason. Special comments from Tony Ongarello. Here's Doug Heywood.
Michael Green's the first one to tap it down. Jeffrey Strang puts them into attack towards Royce Hart and Gould. Here comes Swooper Northey. Northey drives it down to the full forward zone, and Wesley Loft battling. Looks for a free kick, and Eric Moore takes the mark.
Fair enough decision, Tony, I should say.
Yes, Loft certainly was appealing vigorously for the free, but it looked a clear mark to Moore.
There's the angle, clear. Eric Moore is Wesley Loft, would only be 20 to 25 yards out from goal as he stands on the mark, and Moore shoots it well and rams the first major through.
And look at an elated Ronaldson as he comes up there to Moore. There's Ronaldson, the big tall fellow, one of the big mans on the ground, and Eric Moore, who has not had a great deal of experience at full forward for the Tigers, brought into that position in recent games, post the Tigers' first goal on the board at about the minute mark of the commencement of the game. Well, a great start to the Tigers.
Nichols and Green are both coming in from the same side as Nichols changes his pan and looks for a ball. Green thumps it out. Nichols thumped out, but Strang misses it. Picked up by Bergen. Bergen's kick is smothered out towards centre wing. Cleverly down to Northey once again. Northey then boots it down where Lofts battles with Moore. Behind the pack, Vincent Waite's got the opportunity as it careers towards the boundary line. He takes it over the line. Out of bounds, the Tigers in attack about 20 yards from the point post. Noting now as the boundary umpires in possession. Nichols, Ronaldson front position, down it comes, to the ground they go. Roger Dean taps on top, but the free kick is going to young Philip Pennell. Pennell on back pocket, outer side of the ground, boots it down to centre wing position.
Pack gathering there. Up high was Crosswell, couldn't pull down the ball, down to Gallagher. He's dealt with and gets the free kick from umpire Crouch for a push in the back. Adrian Gallagher, the Carlton rover, left foot kick to put the Blues forward up towards the centre wing position. His high spiral punt, looking out there for Walls. Bergen late on the scene, punches the ball away strongly across the line and out of bounds it goes. Centre wing outer side, Richmond leading 6 points, Carlton yet to score. Boundary throw in, Nichols, number 2, Green, 37. Position themselves, Green the front position, Nichols left hand tap goes down, Walls a chance for Carlton, and going in is Bergen, caught with the ball. Ball comes to the ground, free kick, Crosswell to take it, no, going against Carlton. A high tackle, and the free kick looks like it's going to Graham Bergen. Bergen of Richmond from that half-back line, kicks towards half-forward. Silvani there for Carlton, can't mark, ball punched away, chance for Ronaldson, leads in the race to the ball, gets a hefty bump from Waite, close to the line, Bartlett swooping in there. His kick goes forward, across the line and out of bounds on the full, however, and there'll be a free kick to Carlton downfield. Wes Lofts going to collect the ball.
Lofts deep in the back pocket.
3 minutes into the first quarter, and Lofts will take this kick from the full-back line. There it is, on its way. Ward's covered a lot of ground towards the centre. Waiting behind there was Bartlett. Couldn't quite trap it, though. Going in hard. The ball picked up here by Owen. Owen drives it forward. Ronaldson's getting under it and takes the mark. Ronaldson just over the right half-forward line, swinging the Tigers well forward, but it's off the side of the boot, this one, and it goes way out into the crowd. That wasn't a good kick by Ronaldson. And it's coming back to him for another kick. Any comment?
Oh, no comment there. Kennett seemed a very, very clear effort, but apparently the Carlton player must have run over the mark.
Probably the ball never came over the boundary line, and he has to kick it again. It has to go into play.
I think that perhaps it was over them. I'll go along with this thinking rather than the other, because the time it left his feet, it couldn't have been out of play. I very much doubt it in the position that he's in. There's the kick again anyhow, and this is a better one right into the goal square. Nichols was waiting for it, and the big giant from Carlton takes the steadying mark. Dropping right back into the goal square was Nichols, and he's looking for a lead out on the other side. He's got it from Gould, and there's Gould accepting the mark. Tackling Clay, the 15-yard penalty is going to apply, and Gould's pushing Clay back, just telling him what's going on. There's John Gould, the immaculate Gould, the dasher, coming in to have his first kick of the match, and it's a good one too, a nice drop punt, setting themselves to the mark. Plenty of Richmond players, couldn't hold it though. It's kicked off the ground by Carlton, comes out into the open spaces, very close to the boundary line. Knocked in by Nicholl, comes up to Sidney Jackson. He didn't gather it in at the first attempt, at the second he didn't, but he's bustled over the line. A throw in, half forward right. Carlton in the attack and kicking towards the scoreboard end. Richmond with 1 goal on the board. There's the tap going to Green, and he's going to get a free to boot. Green to take the free for Richmond.
He's on half-back flank and the grandstand side as he boots a punt kick down the Royce Hart direction. Robertson's got the opportunity. A good spoil from Carlton in the centre of the ground. It's nicely picked up by Burke. Across towards Gary Crane. Crane misses. Well handled by Johnny Gould. And the dashes on the centre wing. He gets it across to half-back flank and Pennell misses it badly. Roger Dean picks it up. Short passes to Hart on the boundary line. Hart's off in a flash. He tries it down to where Barry Gill's got the chance to intercept. He doesn't. Picked up by Bartlett. Bartlett boots it across to Eric Moore and Eric Moore can't quite reach it. Moore's got paces. Wesley Loft goes crumpling after him. Vincent Wade comes in to assist him. Out goes Moore. Well played Loft as he thumps it out in front of him. And Loft and Wade take him on. Down they're going on the boundary line. Wade fights for it and he hits it along in front of him. Eventually picks it up. Gets his kick and kicks straight to the man the mark. It goes over the line out of bounds.
He tried a short pass there to Quirk. It should have been a handball,
hand
Tony.
pass would have been the one.
Quite right. He was too close to the player, wasn't he?
It's Peter Jones coming in to do battle with Ronaldson. Up they go. Behind it was Jones, but Ronaldson got it down, picked up by Waite. Waite then left foots it down to centre wing position. Packer flying for the chance now for Brent Croswell. Owen's after him too. Well played, Owen. Jan Nichols comes in with tremendous force. Picked up by Walls. Down they go. Nichols is the tough man as Walls steadies. His kick is a very bad one. Out wide it goes and Dick Clay's the racehorse who leads to it on half-back flank on the outer side for the Tigers. He's down and down it goes to centre wing. Umpire's whistle is gone.
Baird and Nichols taking each other on in no mean order there.
And the free going against Nichols too. Further afield.
Hustling Billy Barrett's to take it. He boots it downfield. Behind the packets, Johnny Gould playing brilliantly. Gould gets his left foot to it, boots it to the boundary line, over on the full, out of bounds.
Not unusual for Johnny Gould to put them out on the full. There's Barrett taking the free kick and he's going to swing Richmond well forward. It's a beautiful spiral punt right into the scoring zone. The ball knocked into the open spaces, picked up by Gould. This one he just gets inside the line and there'll be a throw in 25 yards around from the right-hand behind post with Richmond in the attack.
There's the throw in. Ronaldson, the front position, wins the tap down. A chance there for Hart. He's in trouble. Grabs and loses the ball. Whistle blows. Free kick against him for holding the ball. And it just looked like developing into something behind the play. But Silvani has the ball and cool heads prevail in that back pocket. Silvani to clear the Carlton defence. As for the punt kick out wide, Crosswell is the flyer behind the pack. Green is a mile high in front and pulls down a beautiful mark. Nobody on his mark. And he scoots round the wing and shoots in towards the full forward area. Carlton players clash together as they try to punch the ball away from Moore. It's across the line and out of bounds once again. Another boundary throw in. Ronaldson and Jones again, and it's again Ronaldson's front position. Over the back, a chance there for Brown. Silvani goes in, picked up by Nicol, who gathers the crumbs. On his left boot, kicks it high round that wing once again. Up high is Green. Green in front for Richmond. It has the mark.
That's mark number 2. One wonders whether he's going to keep up the average of about 12 or 14 for the match.
There's his kick, and a good one too, right up to the forward area again. Plenty of players there. Jones flies, whistle before he does. A free kick for a push in the back to Royce Hart.
It was on, you can see it. You can see Hart come out.
Hart, about the man on the mark, about 17, 18 yards out. Hart almost straight in front. Royce Hart lines up his first, Richmond second, puts it on its way, and he's put it through.
There's the second goal to Richmond, kicked by Royce Hart, the former Tasmanian, and that'll please a lot of our viewers down there in southern Tasmania. Although I don't think he came from there, did he? He came from Launceston, northern Tasmania.
Yes, there's a wonderful lot of Tasmanians on the field, Ken, with Peter Jones and Brent Croswell. What great stars.
2 goals to the Tigers, 2 goals straight. Carlton yet to score, and we're about 9 minutes into the first quarter.
From the bounce, in comes Peter Jones to take on Green, and Green beats him pointless. Behind the package, well cleared out towards the centre wing where Johnny Nichols is waiting for it. Up he goes with strength and power, and too strong for Colin Beard. Nichols between centre wing and half forward flank, boots down towards the pocket. Owens in front, behind it goes, and Jesselenko goes out in front of Barry Richardson. He turns and Bartlett takes him on. Jesselenko beats them all. Then his kick is a grubber. A chance for Gallagher. Gallagher in the thick of the pack fights for Sydney Jackson there too. Down goes Gallagher, fighting, struggling for the ball. Umpire Crouch comes in to bounce. Carlton's half forward line. From the bounce, it's Nichols up again and thumps a left-hander down, but straight to Bergen. Bergen boots out and Brian Quirk's in position. Barrett spoils him. Behind the pack, Robertson's a bit diffident, gives Northey the chance. Northey's hand pass is a bad one. Quirk is in trouble too. Northey comes back into the play, and the free kick is going to go to Brian Quirk.
Battled hard for it.
Quirk, a tremendously courageous player. Centre wing, outer side of the ground. Michael Green's in front position. Zelenko, tremendously picked up by Beard. Beard down towards where Silvani's in front position. It's a high flow to Silvani, almost took a good one in the centre. Brancis Burker's taken away from him. Silvani crawls after it, out to Burke it goes. Burker's tackled, in comes Roger Dean. He's tackled too, and here comes Kevin Hall, but the free kick is going to go to the Tigers captain.
Throwing the ball was the decision.
Dean then thumps it down to centre half forward where Peter Jones is going to help Johnny Gould. In front, the chances there for Crane. He boots it back where in front is Beard against Nichols. Nichols above him, pushed him, and the free kick will go to Beard.
Good decision by umpire Crouch.
Yes. Having a good battle, these two. Certainly Beard having no worries at all about taking Nichols on.
He's at centre half back as he looks for Royce Hart. Johnny Gould's the leaper. Hart the judgment. Hart is off onto his left foot immediately, and it's Royce, it's Lofton there, it's Moore, even Stephen. Moore's almost won it. Barry Gill, well done. Look out, here comes Bill Brown, he can't take it. Gill kicks off the ground, it's all Richmond through Bartlett. He misses what he should have taken. Bowden's the man with it. Bowden has a long shot for goal, but it's off direction. One behind only.
Richmond looking better up forward at this stage, Tony. I know it's darned early in the game, but when they go forward, they look more dangerous, don't they?
Yes, they're handling the ball a little bit better up forward, Ken. Certainly Carlton have had a few opportunities here, but haven't managed to penetrate at all at the moment.
I think they're inclined to spoil one another up forward. Too many of them flying for the ball.
Wesley Lofts again. The fullback doesn't kick with great authority. This time Silvani is spoilt. Chance for Kevin Hall. Look out, here comes the speeds to Bartlett and Barrett. Robinson, a hand pass across to Bartlett. Bartlett met by Barry Gill and he misses him. Picked up by Bill Brown. He's tackled and held it a long time. Good play, Gill. Gill out wide towards where the chance is there for Crane. Crane gets his foot to ball and boots it down to centre wing. Grandstand side, and Barry Gill battles with Brown. Brown hits it over, or kicks it over the line out of bounds.
11 and a half minutes into the first quarter with Richmond 2-1-13 and Carlton yet to score. Jones doing battle here with Green. Jones getting in front, but Green wins the tap. Trapped by Crane. No, he can't quite control it. Gill's trying to knock the ball to Jackson. He does. And away go Carlton towards their centre half forward, Walls. Walls has the ball knocked away though. Comes to Gallagher. Gallagher swings Carlton forward. Getting under the ball is Brent Croswell. No, he's going to let it go as Nichols knocks the ball into the open spaces, but Bergen grabs it. He's caught by Croswell. Down. Around his neck or holding the ball. It was holding the ball. And Brent Croswell, the young Tasmanian, to take his first kick, I think, in a grand final match, Victorian grand final match. And he could put it through. He's a fair way out, though. 50 yards out, straight in front. There's the kick on its way. It's going a little bit short, and there's a mark very nearly taken by Walls, but he couldn't quite hold it. Carlton deep into attack. Ball, as you see, near the right-hand behind post. Nichols goes high, knocks the ball down. It was a beauty. Smothered there was Balls. Umpire Crouch will bounce it. This is pretty tight. Moment, Nichols getting a tap again. Through comes Brown. Brown can't quite trap the ball. It's picked up by Strang. Strang sends the ball forward. Grabbed by Jackson. Jackson kicks it towards the goal. It bounces pretty awkwardly there. Plenty of Richmond players as Barry Richardson clears the ball away. Getting under it though is Quirk. Quirk marking for Carlton. Half forward left, and he should be able to put this well into attack. Carlton, I should say, needing a score at this stage of the game. There's the kick by Quirk. Wobbly one, falling a little bit short. Nichols. Beat them all with big pace and big bulk.
Oh, pace of a rover there, the way he shot out, Ken.
Third mark to Nichols, and he's only about 20 yards out and almost dead in front. Doesn't miss too many from here. Let's see what he can do with this one. It's on its way, or he tried to steer it, and he was offline with it. He's tried to steer that through instead of kicking it through. A behind only to the Blues. Their first score of the match at the 14-minute mark of the first quarter.
Well, that was bad luck. Certainly big John Nichols at this stage is showing plenty of evidence that he's going to have a great day. He's putting himself right into the picture.
Barry Richardson out wide. A chance now for Bergen. Bergen takes it. He pushed Walls out.
This is Robert Walls, the Carlton centre half forward, 19 years of age. Jezelenko tells him to kick it up high, and so Walls complies with that request. Jezelenko sets himself, can't get a run at the ball. A lot of pushing and shoving down there. Sheedy the chance, punched forward. Plenty of Carlton players, but coming out in fine style is Bowden. Throws the ball out in front of him, about to be tackled, and beautifully tackled too by Croswell. He puts the ball on the ground, and the only decision possible goes to the Carlton player. Croswell wastes no time. He kicks the ball up. Jezelenko comes up, balked in his run once again. He pushes somebody in the back, and the Richmond man will take the free kick. It's Michael Green. Green from that back pocket. Kicks out towards the members' flank once again. Big Jones is there, but spoiled by Clay. Dashing through his Dean. He throws the ball away. Out of bounds.
Certain amount of nervousness and tension out there. You can see it in the players at this stage.
Boundary throw in. Jones, the big ruckman for Carlton, taps down in the direction of Crane, who loses the ball, recovers again, falls over, comes back, looks for a hand pass, and then forced to kick short one in. It goes in the direction of Nichol. Nichol straightens up onto his left boot and puts the ball forward. A chance for Jezelenko. Can't mark. Tries for a second time. Ball punched away. Croswell coming forward. Eludes one tackle. Shoots the ball back towards the goal square. Sheedy there holds the mark. Play on, says the umpire, as the ball gets clear and across the line and out of bounds. Desperate football there by Sheedy in that back pocket.
Thought he may have been a shade unlucky not to have been allowed to mark.
In ruck, Nichols tries to do it himself. Down towards Richardson of Richmond, sends forward. Pennell and Green go for the ball. Pennell could have been awarded the mark. Holding the man, says the umpire, and Pennell does get the ball.
Pennell, the half-back flankers on half-forward flank, and will have his first shot for goal in the final series. The schoolboy comes in from about 55 to 60 yards out to the scoreboard goal as his objective. It's a thumping spiral torpedo punt, which just one behind.
Second score to the Blues now. 2 behinds, 2 points to Richmond, 2-1-13 at the 17-minute mark of the first quarter. How are the free so far, Jack Cameron?
8 each.
A line ball, 8 each for free kicks.
Barry Richardson kicks out straight to Peter Jones and Silvani. Silvani's the man who chips in and takes the mark. That was a particularly bad kick by Richardson. Green was 20 yards out further on the outer side of the ground. It went straight to Carlton. Sergio Silvani comes in and boots it down to the 10-yard square. Jezelenko front position behind is Sydney Jackson scouting. He's got tons of opposition. It's taken over the line out of bounds.
You know, Jackson read that play beautifully, but the ball didn't bounce properly for him.
And streaming downfield as Nichols comes in with Michael Bowden. Billy Brown's the good rover on the back line. He boots Richmond out of danger. Northie's the man underneath it and takes a good mark. He missed it at the last moment, recovers well. Kevin Hall goes careering after him. Northie goes down. Free kick to Northie. Yes, a free kick to Johnny Northie, and he's almost on half-back flank as he'll take it.
I was going to say, Doug, isn't it amazing the way these Richmond half-forwards are coming way down the ground? So are the Carlton players.
Yes, that's Dean and Northie, both been on the half-back flank, and Royce Hart's the target of all their attacks. He can't pick up. Silvani tries to barge his way through, picked up by Hart. Hart boots it down where Wesley Love's front position, takes a good one.
Good judgment shown there.
Yes, Moore went underneath that one very badly as Lofts with power and strength takes a good one, boots it out. In front is Peter Jones and takes it comfortably. Silvani, his teammate, was his only opponent. He loves to hand pass. Out it goes wide to Ian Nichol. Ian Nichol decides on the run. He's got plenty of toe. Boots it down towards the half-forward flank. Over the back of the pack, the chances there for Beard. Here comes Big John. He goes dangling downfield and loses the run of it. Beard kicks it out. Jezelenko's in the van. Screws it back towards his teammate. Wall! Beautifully done, and it's Robertson.
Oh, and look at this! And down goes Sheedy. Fell there. Jackson was the player who
cost him the kick.
Really belted him into the ground. Sheedy and Jackson did the damage there for Carlton.
Yes, and it lost Carlton a chance to shoot for goal as behind the pack. The chances there for Carlton once again. Down they go. It's Ian Nichol. He's tackled.
Free kick.
Free kick goes to him. Nichol is taking the free kick on half-forward flank. A long way out for Carlton.
Well, that was silly play by Jackson. It cost Carlton a certain goal.
Quirk's the man who'll take the mark. Quirk, that little bit closer. Quirk, who came to the club as an outstanding half-forward flank, is 55 to 60 yards out as the winger comes in from the outer side. Scoreboard goal. This is Brian Quirk. Long punt kick right down to the 10-yard square. Beard's in front. Behind was Nichols. Almost took a good one. Jezelenko's the hand passer. Down goes Richardson. Falls to the ground. Stacks on the mill. Umpire Crouch will bounce it.
Poor old Barry Richardson right on the bottom of that pack too. There's the bounce. Only a few yards out. What will Nichols do here? He knocks it, but straight over the line. Couldn't position himself to control that ball. Green on him at the moment. Green's been a great ruckman in the series. Goes high over Nichols and interferes with him, and the big fellow will take the free for sure. It's against Green, and he looks absolutely disgusted and confused at the decision.
Well, I thought that Nichols was certainly well under the ball and propped anyway. Green had to go over the top of him. It was
The ball was his objective.
all the time. Never took his eyes off the ball.
Nichols, the big fellow. Can he put this one through? He's only a few yards out. And they think he's offline. No, he's not. He gets it. And it just scraped in. Just inside the right-hand goalpost. And just look at those Carlton supporters going wild with excitement as the Blues post their first goal, 1 to 8 points. They're 5 points down at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter.
Carlton's forward line still not working at all well. They're kicking the ball up high and certainly making Nichols the objective in that forward pocket, but I don't like the way Jesselenko was tied to the square. It's not good enough.
There's the bounce by umpire Crouch. Walls flies high, but Bergen beats him for the tap down. Green picks it up and shoots forward. Silvani fumbles under pressure, shoots the hand pass out to Hall, who in turn fumbles. Hall uses a bit of pace to get round onto his left boot, but it's to no avail. He finds Francis Burke standing in the way for Richmond. Burke, just on the defensive side of the centre, chooses the punt kick and kicks towards centre half forward. Plenty of big fellows there. Gould over the back, taps it down delightfully for Northey. Northey straightens up, he's claimed and shoots for goal and puts it through for a behind, is it? Just offline. A late tackle there by Kevin Hall made just have upset Northey's balance as he was about to kick.
My word, Northey read the play beautifully too. He's a will-o'-the-wisp, isn't he?
There's fullback Lofts waiting for leads from his ruckman. Jones is standing out on the outer side, but Lofts, for some reason, chooses to kick to the member side. It's a bad kick. Crane is there, and Crane holds the mark. Gary Crane, the Carlton wingman, about to transfer play towards the centre of the ground. His fifth kick. Nichols is there. Beard comes down too. The ball hits the ground. Robertson and Strang fight for the ball. Strang's pace wins out, but he pokes it straight onto the chest of the diving Silvani for a mark which Silvani later spilt. Silvani on that half-back line. Spiral punt, doesn't cover much distance, looks for Walls, underneath the ball a trifle. A chance there for Walls again as he recovers and shoots the left boot over. Owen takes a fine mark in defence for Richmond in the true centre half-back position. Now he plays on and goes for the flank. Quirk is streaming after the ball out there, made tremendous pace to get there. Now goes round onto his left boot, pops the ball into the pocket. Back it comes again. Owen takes the mark on the flank this time for Richmond. Given the lead by Barrett out wide on the flank, he kicks out there, but it could be across the line. Free kick to Carlton and Quirk to take it. Will it be kick to kick this time?
I can imagine Tom Hafey would be extremely happy about that kick of Owens.
Out goes the runner straight away. There's Quirk, kicks in towards the pocket more. Crosswell is there, can't mark. Ball hits the ground. Richmond's Richardson gains and sends into the centre of the ground. Plenty of big fellows there. Whipped over the back by Clay, but the chance for the dashing Gould if he can pick it up. He does, and handballs badly. Straight towards Bergen. Bergen sends forward. Robertson goes through, taps the ball towards Quirk. Quirk loses the run. Robertson gets a kick off the ground, which goes in the direction of Walls, I think it is. Walls up towards the big fellows. Jesselenko in front of the pack, can't mark. Scouting down is Bartlett. Gets a bad bounce. Nickel goes in. Bartlett's well helped out, and Bartlett goes out and gets that ball and sticks it right out onto the flank once again, giving the fast men the chance to use their pace. Brown is there, so's Barrett, but to no avail. It's over the line and out of bounds once again.
2-2, Richmond to Carlton, 1-2 at the 23-minute mark. Ball into play. Very tough and very hard out there at the moment as Carlton try to bash their way through, but there's going to be a free here. It'll go to Bartlett.
Yes, against John Nichols. Certainly using his weight fiercely at the moment.
Bartlett, a champion rover for Richmond. Comes in, he's looking for a lead here, looking for Hart as Hart comes down right to the centre of the ground, but it's Jones from behind who takes the mark. A beauty. Got high. No doubt the tactical move was there with Jones trying to cover Hart in the aerial duels. Hart right down in the centre of the ground. He's on the mark and he's been brought back 10 yards. There's Jones moving in, Hart moving back onto the mark, and this gives Jones a chance to put it well. There's Royce Hart. Jones will put it well down towards the goal. No, he won't. He's got a lead here from Silvani and Serge Holton. I think he'll be allowed it. Yes, he juggled it a couple of times, and he got a nasty one to boot too. He's a courageous player, this fellow, and he's got the experienced head on him, and very cool. And
pull the socks up.
Pull the socks up traditionally. And he's going to put this well down towards the goal. I don't think they gained a great deal, nevertheless. There's the kick by Silvani. It's offline. It'll go through. Will it for the point? No, it's tapped down. Croswell hooks it towards the goal. It's out on the full, I think.
behind.
Or it was a behind. It was. And Carlton register their third behind. They move on to 1-3-9. Richmond at 2-2-14 at the 25-minute mark of the first quarter. Barry Richardson to put the ball into play. Doug Heywood to describe it.
John Ronaldson's on the ball for the first time of the match, but he ignores Ronaldson, kicks it out wide where Peter Jones and Michael Green are under position. Down to the ground it comes Dick Clay. Hasn't been a big kick getter up to date, picks it up nicely. His kick is beautifully smothered that time. Back it goes to Bartlett. Bartlett left foots it hurriedly down towards Roger Dean. It's out wide, and Richmond once again kick it over on the full. Free kick will be taken there by Pennell. He's short pass to Crane. Crane a gallant, brilliant little battler, takes yet another telling mark. Standing on the mark is Bill Barrett, up to date, kickless. Waiting now is Crane, centre wing, grandstand side, boots it down towards centre half forward. Johnny Nichols from behind, almost took a good one. Here's Sheedy, he tries the short pass, which is ill delivered, and Silvani chips in across to Jones. Look out, Jones will get caught. He was caught, but he goes on with the business. Roger Dean was the man who caught him. Well played this time, Robertson. Robertson in tons of trouble, 2 against him. Colin Beard comes in, Crane won't give up, and out wide it goes to Green, cleverly to Bartlett. Bartlett's half-back flank as he screws it back to the centre, and down goes Bartlett. Free kick played downfield to Barrett.
Wouldn't have it, wouldn't play it. I think it was a legitimate push.
Yes, there wasn't much in that one, certainly. This will be Barrett's first kick, I think, coming up, won't it?
I know, he's had 2.
He's had a couple of. We apologise, Billy Barrett.
Billy Barrett, the long kicker, comes in, sends a skimming drop kick down. Peter Jones in perfect position, takes the mark.
You know, the tactics in this game at the moment are tremendously interesting, Tony, aren't they, if you could sort them all out?
Yes, Jones is playing a big feature on half there, Ken, at the moment.
He boots out wide looking for Walls. Walls comes in late in front of the pack. It's nicely scooped up by Bergen. Bergen across to Hart. Hart misses what he might have taken, but back into business. Silvani, well done. Barry Gill battles out there and almost took a good one. In comes Silvani, a good finals player, but unluckily for the free kick goes to Brown.
Oh, I couldn't see that.
Brown quickly on with the business. Wesley Lofts underneath it. Good mark once again by Jones, who's been a dominant player on the back line.
He's playing that kick behind the game all the time. He's got a roving commission, it seems.
Yes, doing a very good job in defence. In fact, Carlton in the air are doing quite well at the moment.
What's this? Jack Cameron's got a musical frame up. We're going to have a concerto or something.
Peter Jones takes that clearing kick and looks for Silvani. He's up against Ronaldson, and Silvani pulls it down. He's spotting Ronaldson something like 7 inches.
5 marks to Silvani.
Silvani sees Gallagher unattended in the centre of the ground. Quirk is there as well, but Gallagher goes for the long one towards half forward. Jackson flies high, almost pulled in the ball freakishly. Then he goes for goal with a left foot shot into the square. It bounces. Richardson and Jezelenko battle it out. The ball goes down to ground, and Richardson gets away with it. He's well shepherded and beautifully done by the Tigers as they get it out, but it's a bad kick, and Quirk has the mark for Carlton on that bestreamed flank. Quirk steadying down. Gets a lead from Jezelenko and kicks towards the lead. Jezelenko's underneath it. Crosswell's there. A chance for Carlton. Gallagher on knees. Jezelenko loses the ball. He's got it, though. He's grabbed. Umpire Crouch blows the whistle and orders ball up.
28 minutes into the first quarter. Richmond 2-2 to Carlton 1-3.
Bounce at the ball again. The big fellow Ronaldson is there to punch the ball down and then go in and get a kick for himself. Sends it high in the air. Burke under the hammer. Can't mark the ball. Picked up by Robertson of Carlton. Handballs in the Nickel direction. Ian Nickel for Carlton on the boundary. Pops the ball high into the air. Jezelenko sets himself again, but it's all green. Gallagher can't get a right foot kick, and it's hustled onto the post for a point. A behind there scored by Carlton. Rushed almost as Carlton go on to 1-4. Richmond 2-2. 4 points the difference.
Barry Richardson, many thought the opponent of Jezelenko would be the brilliant Sheedy, but Richardson up to date doing it particularly well. Chooses the outer side of the ground where Johnny Ronaldson's out there. He's got Robert Walls above him. Behind the package Bergen. Misses what he might have taken. Good play out to Barrett. Barrett steadies himself and sends a drop kick down to open turret. Here comes Big Wes and takes it beautifully on that big, strong chest.
Wasn't that chest poked out beautifully too as he took it?
And didn't he time at these defensive moves so well?
Down, it's a bad kick. It's only Ronaldson at home, and Ronaldson takes the mark. Accidentally tripped by Walls. He slips back. He goes into position. At centre half back is John Ronaldson. Boots it out wide, looking for Royce Hart once again. Bowden's there with him. Behind the pack, it's almost the Carlton mark. Acclaimed. Down to the ground they go as they tumble on top of it, and claiming it was Vin Waite, but it's not. Peter Jones is not to be allowed. It'll be bounced. Umpire Crouch, centre half forward for the Tigers. Punched across by Bowden cleverly towards Northey. Northey misses it. Here's a chance for Hart. Hart's hand pass is cheekily intercepted by Nicol. Nicol's off the speedster. 20 yards. He can go further. He gets around him easily. 40 yards he goes. Kicks it down straight to Richardson with a shocking kick, and Barry Richardson marks.
No, there's no format on that forward line at all at the moment.
Jesselenko looks dispirited, and
there goes the siren to terminate the first quarter. Carlton in attack at the time. Richmond 2-2, 14 points to Carlton 1-4, 10 points. All set now as umpire Crouch bounces the ball.
Green gets there first and thumps it 35 yards to centre half forward, and Johnny Gould goes racing down and hits it further towards the opposing team's goal. It's picked up by Gould and boots it out to centre wing Crane. Crane gets an awkward one which allows Bowden to hand pass to Dick Clay. Clay misses what he should have taken, runs into a lot of trouble, drops the ball, and the free kick will go to Gary Crane. Half-back flank on the outer side. He boots it downfield, and Michael Green and John Nichols underneath it. Neither can take it. Behind the pack, it's picked up by Robertson, doing well. Robertson has tons of time to send a long one. It's a long one in the wrong direction, but it goes to Sheedy. Behind the pack, the chance is there for Robert Walls. He gets it taken away from him by centre half-back Bergen. Bergen held it too long, and the free kick will go to Carlton.
I think he threw it as well.
He did too,
It's just the one hand.
One-hand throw. Held it a long time. He made two cardinal sins as Ian Nicol takes the free kick, and Nicol's about 60 yards out. Beard waiting in the goal square with Peter Jones. Ian Nicol sends a long drop kick downfield, and here's a chance now from behind for Carlton. They can't take it. To the ground it comes, and Jesselenko dives after it. He scurries after it, picks it up, then screws a short pass cleverly to Walls. Great football, Jesselenko.
That's the second time he's passed the ball to a player in a better position. Both times to Walls too, I think.
Yes, both times. It's good position play too, Ken. He's not endeavouring to snap at goal, but to pick a player up that's directly in front of goal, and this is good forward work.
Walls, true centre half forward position, about 50 yards out, kicks to the punt road goal, long and high. It'll be very close. Wait for it. That's through.
Fair touchdown.
And Peter Jones talking to the goal umpire, not very happy about it. Look at him. I wonder what he's saying to him. I can imagine.
I don't think he agrees.
Nothing more certain than that.
He wouldn't be congratulating him on the decision anyway.
Umpire Crouch ordering the Richmond players away from the goal square as Richardson kicks in for the Tigers and goes almost straight down the ground. They set themselves. Silvani is there. Has he marked it? Yes.
He's a magnificent form surge, isn't he?
New lease of life, Ken.
31 years of age, about 209 senior games for Carlton. Dean almost cost 15 yards penalty by running across the mark to follow his man.
All tactical stuff, but it can come unstuck, can't it?
Did it, didn't it? Yep.
It did indeed. Crouch won't miss those things.
Silvani takes the opportunity. He's about 15 yards closer. Jesselenko leads to him. Silvani kicks it high in the air. It won't make the distance. Jones late arriving on the scene, and Beard has a good mark for Richmond right on the boundary line. Now umpire Crouch going to sort out the trouble. He's bringing the 5-yard rule into operation, and Beard has plenty of room to kick this one. It's not such a good kick. Falls in a little bit short. Silvani's late arriving. Gets the ball, however, is tackled, loses it with the force of the tackle. Picked up by Sheedy. Sheedy for Richmond. Sends out towards the flank. They jump up there, punch the ball down across the line and out of bounds. Richmond 2-2, 14. Carlton 1-5, 11. About 3 minutes gone in the second quarter.
It's a pretty tight game. Neither side really able to break out into the open on too many occasions. Nichols doing battle there, gets the tap, interferes with Green, and the free will go to the big Richmond follower. And what a great player he's been for them this year. He's dropped punters towards Hart. Hart flies, knocked away by Gould, comes into the open space. There's a chance here for Hall. Hall dashing downfield with the ball. He's going to lose it, I think. He'll have to pick it up cleanly because he's going to be under pressure from Burke. He wins out beautifully. Well done, Hall. And there's a lovely pass to Silvani. A beauty.
Good play, ball.
No one's worrying about Silvani. That's his 7th mark. He's on his own invariably. And he's going to put this well down towards the goal. He does. Looking there for Jones and Jesselenko. They both flew too early. Walls kicks the ball off the ground, but it's gone straight into the hands of Green. Green a hand pass to Bartlett on the move. Bartlett sends the ball to Francis Burke. Burke can't mark it. A chance for Nicol. He's on his wrong foot. He's going to pass it short to Sidney Jackson, and he takes the mark. Well played, Carlton. A bit indirect, but nevertheless they got away with it.
they're looking a little better, aren't they, Ken? At least they're having a look for each other at the moment.
Jackson is a magnificent drop kick. Let's see if he gets onto this one. It's a low skimming one into the scoring zone. Jazelenko couldn't hold it, went too early. Picked up here by Bowden. Bowden's hand pass is going towards Silvani. He won't shirk it. He went in hard, missed it. Oh, the tackle around Francis Burke's neck nearly took his head off.
Yes, the young farmer from up at Nathalia almost lost one head at that stage, but he's tough and courageous and brilliant. Took it well. Half-back flank grandstand side, looking out for Barrett and Robertson. Robertson should have held that one. He got up beautifully. Barrett takes it over the line out of bounds. Little scuffle after it got over the line. The ball will be thrown in about half-forward flank, actually, with Carlton in attack as Nichols and Green will be the contestants. Green in front position. Nichols wins it beautifully to Quirk. Quirk's in bundles of trouble. Gets a hand pass towards Green. Green thumps it downfield towards Barrett. Barrett will be taken on this time, but he does it nicely. Boots it down to the half-forward line. Ronaldson goes up, and it was almost taken. It is taken, and well done by Johnny Ronaldson. The big hulking giant, 6'5" of him. He's about half-forward flank for the Tigers as he thumps it down, and it's Lofts with Eric Moore. Lofts got hands there first. A chance for Pennell. Down they go. Billy Brown underneath it all, and umpire Crouch comes in to bounce. From the bounce, high they go. It's a bad bounce and gives the chance there to Royce Hart. He's caught and caught well. Here's a chance for more. It's taken away from him by Lofts. Lofts has got the opportunity and boots it straight down towards Green. And a diving, tumbling mark was splendidly done for one of that physique. Quickly with a hand pass across to Bowden. Bowden then boots it out wide where here comes a chance for Big Wes again. Oh, he should have taken that one. Johnny Gould might save him. Gould hits it out in front of him. Tremendous pace. Gets onto his left foot. He's been a good player as Gould. And then bumps it down towards Sydney Jackson. Strang's against him. Strang's got too much height and strength and takes the mark. Strang is almost in the centre of the ground. Sends a long punt kick down in the Hart Ronaldson direction. Ronaldson almost took a good one in front of the pack north. He loses it, but picked up by Bartlett. Bartlett is met solidly, picked up by Hart. Hart steadies himself to shoot for goal from 50 yards out. Wesley Lofts up above them, misses what he might have taken, recovers best, picks it up again, dashes off with aggressive pace, kicks it badly, and it's over the line, out of bounds, half-forward flank with Richmond in attack.
This has been Lofts' main fault, and his main weakness in his make-up this year has been his bad kicking. He hasn't kicked well. Here's the ball into play now. Jones gets the tap down, but it's grabbed by Burke. Burke tackled, not in possession by Gallagher. Tries to go on with it. It's caught, gets a hand pass to Northey. Northey's going to line it up. It's a good kick on its way. Lofts is under pressure from Moore, but it's through for behind. Just a wee bit offline. The Tigers move on now to 2-3-15. Carlton are 1-5-11, and we're about 8 minutes into this second quarter. There's a huffing and puffing Wes Loss.
Bit out of condition.
He's had a lot of pressure on him in the last 5 minutes or so, but he was equal to it. Here's his kick in. This is a better kick. Drop punt. Comes out to Jones. Jones takes a second grab. Gould comes in to help him. Knocks the ball to Robertson. He's tackled. Will Robertson get the free? No, umpire Crouch says play on as the ball's by Bowden, but chipping in nicely was Pennell. Pennell's kick is wide out to Quirk. Quirk's got a nice bounce. He's going to pass it in short heel to Silvani. No one looking after this fellow, it seems. He in turn's going to pass it to Walls. Walls marks. No, he doesn't. He fumbles. Goes on with it, though. He's met solidly. Oh, tackled again. Around his neck. Around his neck by Sheedy. There's Sheedy on the ground, and Walls underneath him. And Walls took some beauties there. He deserved that free because he battled darn hard for that ball.
I would say odds of 3-1 there, Ken.
And he's going to give Carlton an opportunity. He's about half forward left, with Carlton kicking towards the Richmond goal end. There's the kick to Jackson, but Strang is too tall, knocks the ball forward to Brown. Brown fumbles. This gives the show to Jackson. He comes screaming through, upsets his own man. There's Nichols coming in with his big bulk. It comes into the open. Gallagher won't get to it, though, and it beats him over the line. Carlton not having a great deal of luck with them up forward. They're persisting, but they're finding it extremely difficult to break through a very tight defence. There's Nichols getting the tap again towards Gallagher. Gallagher's been watched very closely, though. Whistle goes, a free to Richmond. Umpire Crouch did extremely well to pick that one out to Sheedy. Sheedy, the Richmond back pocket player.
Back pocket on the grandstand side. Boots it out wide where Francis Burke and Quirk dispute it. Neither can mark it. Quirk recovers well and takes it away from Burke with brilliant football. Then with pace he gets onto his left foot, kicks it straight to Sheedy. It came like a rocket. Sheedy missed it. He's got tons of time. He's well tackled. And Quirk comes in to tackle him again. He stages for one and takes it around the neck, says the umpire. Sheedy's off and he's tackled from behind. and the free will be 15 yards downfield once again to Sheedy.
It's going to Green, though. There's Green
This is
with the ball.
paid downfield. Paid downfield.
Sheedy might have to take
I think
it.
Sheedy should if he was tackled behind the mark.
He's going to take the kick again, I think.
I don't know whether that's a good decision or not, because the practical point is that the mark was taken further afield.
It's penalised.
Penalising the side. However, technically, umpire Crouch is right.
On half-back flank is Sheedy. Michael Green underneath it. He never misses. One grab at it. Across in a flash to Barrett. Barrett left foot to centre half forward. Gould and Hart. Well done, Gould, as he punches it down. Ian Nichols in the van. The umpire's in the road. Gets onto his left foot. Boots it out in the Quirk direction. Quirk's in lovely position. And a grand tumbling.
He's doing wonderfully well.
Beating Frank Quirk there at the
He
moment.
has 5 marks as a Jack. 8 kicks.
5 marks to Quirk and 8 kicks, and he sends in, but it's a shocking kick. Gives Richmond no worries at all. Richardson, the fullback, coming out to mark that one. Carlton falling down on their forward line. Richmond defenders putting plenty of pressure there. Richardson, a spiral punt, and a good one too. The big fellows fly. Green with one hand, can't mark. Ball comes out towards Owen. Owen of Richmond sends the Tigers forward. It's over Hart's head, and Gould accepts it. About 5 yards behind. That was unfortunate for the Tigers because it looked danger there with Hart streaming forward. Gould to break up that attack, kicks the ball, drop punt towards half forward. Green is there, can't mark the ball, down to ground it comes. A hand pass by Bowden out into the open spaces gives Burke the opportunity. He fumbles, Owen goes in, a kick off the ground by Walls. The danger here as Crossrail picks it up, ducks and dodges, is in trouble, down he goes, picked up by Bergen. Bergen to Dean is good football in the centre of the ground, and Dean has it. Dean looking for leads further afield, drop kicks the ball. It's not a good kick. Carlton looked like Gill might have upset his teammate Crane, allowing Clay in. Clay kicks the ball high in the air towards Moore. Moore the front position. Lofts recovers better. Lofts for Carlton, sends the ball out wide towards the flank. Clay up there, high above Crane. Ball comes to the ground. Crane's got the ball. Scoops it out towards Pennell and Jackson. They go in fearlessly. Play on, says the umpire, as Dean takes the kick for Richmond and sends it into the vacant pocket where Barrett takes the mark on his chest. Half forward flank for Richmond. Barrett. Not a good kick from Barrett, and this could let the defence in. First to the ball there was Hart. He's bundled over by the defence. Coming out is Gould. Gould waits and hand passes cleverly to Nicol, who's beautifully shepherded further afield. Nicol the short pass towards Jesaulenko, who's now out on the flank. Jesaulenko just inside the line. Hand passes back into the open spaces. Nicol goes for the run, but there are too many Richmond players there, and this allows Owen in for the Tigers. Owen, the short pass is well done to Billy Brown, and he just grabbed it before Quirk emerged out of the shadows.
Brown then sends it to centre half forward. Johnny Gould, being a brilliant player, misses it. Roger Dean comes across the face of the pack, cleverly up the half forward flank. Billy Barrett's got the chance to do what he loves. Shoot for goal he does, and kicks it very badly. There was nobody
out on the full.
It's out on the full.
Well, you wouldn't credit, would you?
Well, that's Bill. He can do anything brilliant one moment, but let himself down the next.
You know, technically, Tony, both these sides are making a lot of mistakes, and you often see this, don't you, in a tense
lot of tension.
grand final.
Very tense indeed. The low scoring is quite indicative of this, of course.
Lofts has virtually got nobody to kick to. Michael Green, the big ruckman's out there. He hugs the boundary line, which is clever football. Gould goes up. Behind the pack, Silvani looks for it, but the ball beats him over the line. Out of bounds. The Tigers in attack on the other half-forward flank.
They're leading 2-3 to Carlton 1-5.
Peter Jones and Michael Green contest. I thought Green won it beautifully that time out to Hart. Hart with the left footer towards the forward pocket. Vincent Waite misses what he should have taken. Ronaldson comes in. He's bumped out. Chance for more. Lofts is in the background too as they tumble down. Stacks on the mill is the true description. Umpire Crouch will bounce at half forward flank. Still the Tigers in attack.
Well, that was a bone rattler Moore got then. I could hear it from here.
Jones up, he's in lovely position, goes to the ground and cleverly out towards a teammate. It's picked up by Pennell. Pennell's drop kick is not a good one. Here comes Big John. He tries to thump it back, but it's no good. It goes to Bowden. Bowden misses it. He gets it cleverly across, and Beard gets it out to Bartlett. The speedster's at centre half forward. He sends a drop kick down to the full forward zone. Peter Jones underneath it, can't reach it. He does reach it eventually. Here's Billy Brown onto his left foot, snaps, but offline. One behind.
Taking Richmond on to 2-4 now. Richmond 2-4, 16 points. Carlton now 1-5-11, and we're about 14 minutes into the second quarter.
Notice Vin White's going to kick off for Carlton. Lofts signalled him to kick off. Lofts in a little distressed stance there, just near the point of the square. There's the score, 16-11 with the Tigers in front. Lofts up again, but standing pretty close as Waite is about to take this kick off.
Had a lot of pressure on him, Lofts, in the last 10 minutes or so. There's the kick by Waite, not a bad one. Looking for Peter Jones, the ball knocked away. Hart grabs it, he's caught with the ball. Play on, says umpire Crouch, and now he decides to bounce it. One would have imagined that he would have done it in the first place, but he let it go, rightly so. Jones doing battle with Ronaldson, a pretty negative sort of a hit out, but Ronaldson this time knocks it to Moore. Moore sends it forward to Lofts and Barrett. Barrett possibly at full forward now, but Gill is there to back Lofts up beautifully. Well played. Lofts gets the ball across to Crane. He's going to be under pressure from Clay. The ball close to the boundary line, beats them both. Yes, Barrett is at full forward and Lofts is keeping a close eye on him too. Moore obviously has gone into the centre.
Northey's the man who goes for the punch-out, cleverly to Clay. Clay's in trouble, but out to Bartlett in a flash. Bartlett shoots for goal with great deliberation, and Barrett, standing there, gets the perfect pass.
I wonder if this is going to mean a complete change in the Richmond game with Barrett going to full forward, because it has before. He kicked 8 against Carlton the last time they met when he was swung to full forward. Bang it goes, straight through the middle. The Tigers' third goal. Tony, you might like to comment on that aspect.
Well, I think certainly that Billy, but this is an excellent move, Ken, because Lofts is showing a little bit of signs that perhaps he is a bit distressed and a bit out of puff temporarily, and of course Barrett will do his best to run Lofts off his feet. I think this is quite a good move, and no doubt Billy Barrett, you'll find, will be moving around very, very fast indeed.
I fancy that Carlton have made a change too at full forward. I think
yes.
Croswell's playing there now, and Jeselenko's on the half-forward flank. In fact, he is.
Yes, Jeselenko hasn't been playing well. He just can't seem to get into the game at all. This may be a better move from a Carlton point of view, that he will have a little bit more room to move.
Back in the centre, it's umpire Geoffrey Crouch. Michael Bowden stands opposite him there as he bounces it. It's Green and Nichols, even Stephen. Here comes Bowden, in trouble. Well done, Serge. Breaks through with tremendous strength. Can't get away with it. Nice pick up by Bowden. A long hand pass towards Northey. Northey gets an awkward bounce and Kevin Hall picks it up. Hall will boot Carlton into attack out to the half-forward line. Colin Beard's well underneath it. Walls comes in late on the scene, spoils him and thumps him, and the free kick goes to Beard.
He's got a lot of experience behind him, this fellow, in finals. He's played, about 12 years senior football in the West.
Yes, 27 years old, an interstate player, as Dick Clay loses what he might have taken. Crane's on the ground. The little battler won't give up, but neither will Roger Dean. He's tackled by Pennell, who's stuck close to him all day. He held him when not in possession. Free kick. Roger Dean, centre wing position, quickly out to Clay, and Clay alone and unattended marks. Didn't gain much for his side that time, as Clay is a long way from goal. Nichols goes over the mark, and downfield it comes, and Lofts and Barrett. Lofts one in strength and gets a free kick against William Barrett.
The bustling Billy, eh? He's a hard man to counter, Barrett, isn't he?
There's Lofts, who's been a great final
Ronaldson
player.
thought it was
There's 15 yards for the mucking about anyway. I don't know how right that was, because I don't think it was Ronaldson didn't have to necessarily give it to Lofts, surely.
Out towards Clay. Clay takes it easily. Bad pass by Lofts. Oh, and he holds his head as after he'd done that one, rightly so. Ron Barassi probably doing ditto. Clay comes in a long way out from goal. It's a magnificent pass and easily taken by the brilliant Royce Hart.
He had the drop on Gould then. He had the 2-yard break. You can't give Hart 2 yards.
He's about 70 to 75 yards out, is Royce Hart. Scoreboard goal. Kicks a long punt kick down to the 10-yard square. Big pack fly. Beautiful leap from behind. It's dangerous. It's pushed through for a behind to Richmond.
Is it? It's going to be a
free.
The whistle's on the play. What's going to happen? It's a free to Richmond.
Roger Dean, is it? Oh, yes.
Crouch is talking to Lofts. There he is. And Roger Dean is going to take it, yep. And Wes Lofts not too happy about things. And he's almost in the goal square, Dean. And the roar from the crowd as they realise what's happened as Dean lines it up. No mistake. Another one on the board to the Tigers. They're fourth. 4-4 they move on now at the 19-minute mark of the second quarter to Carlton 1-5.
Roger Dean once again can manage to get that all-important free right in front of goal and capitalise. And certainly in what is a particularly low-scoring game at the moment, 4-4 to 1-5, 3 goals just on, is a pretty good lead from a Richmond point of view.
It doesn't speak volumes, Tony, for the Carlton forward line, just the same.
No,
they're not playing up well up forward at all. seem to have any purpose, any understanding. Here's the bounce in the centre, and it's Big Nichols getting the tap out to Jackson. Jackson trying to go with pace, but Bartlett chips in nicely. Bartlett taking his usual run, hooks the ball around, a Barrett all on his back. 5 Carlton players. Look at the crowd as the roaring as Barrett takes another mark. There were 5 Carlton players all watching Barrett, just moving in on his own. And he can put it through. Barrett, he's a beautiful kick when he gets onto them. This is a glorious one. It's offline, is it? I think so. Yes, a behind only. And so Richmond go to a clear 3-goal lead at the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. 4-5-29 to Carlton 1-5-11. Then wait to put the ball into play. Looks as though he may favour the outer side of the ground. He's angling that way. That's the negative side because there's a northerly wind blowing. There's the kick. Oh, it's not a bad drop either. Nichols trying to get into position, couldn't, knocked the ball forward. In doing so, interfered with Green, and the big Richmond ruckman will take the free kick.
Yes, good decision by umpire Crouch, and look at Michael Green, the legal student, indicating he wants to take the case over and push Nichols back. Comes in and kicks into the man the mark after all the histrionics. A chance out there for Bill Brown. Brown is tackled, gets his left foot. Wesley Lofts goes up, so does Pennell. Neither can hold it. The chance now for Lofts, who's been a great backman. He boots it downfield, and leading in the race for the ball is Crane goes streaming through the streamers and picks it up well, boots it down towards where Sheedy's in perfect position. Sheedy nicely spoiled. Here comes Sydney Jackson. Jackson from a long way out, 55 to 60 yards. It's a magnificent drop kick, but just off direction, one behind.
Ooh, that would have been a beauty.
You mentioned before that Billy Barrett likes to shoot at goal. What about Sydney Jackson?
Yes, he could have had a look, you know, from
yeah,
all
but
out there.
I don't agree with what he did. There was Big Jones waiting for it.
Yes, he didn't.
I think he should have made some attempt to get it to him.
There's the kick in by Barry Richardson. He goes towards the outer flank and Mike Green. Green holds the mark despite tons of opposition. A great mark by the big fellow. Green, almost a diving mark, but he managed to stay upright. Now he looks for the lead in the centre, given to him by Royce Hart. Hart flies early but can't win the ball. It comes down towards Robertson in the centre. Stacks on the mill there. Umpire Crouch picks out the free kick, holding the ball, said the man, and it's taken by Gould. Gould quickly round onto his left boot, kicks high. Crosswell about to fly.
Had his name on it from a long way from home. What a beautiful mark.
What a beautiful ride he got too.
Wasn't it?
Right on the back of Barry Richardson. There's Croswell straight in front. The young Tasmanian, 30 yards out.
Can he capitalise?
Kicks on its way. Drop punt. Goal umpire says offline.
That's a waste, isn't it?
Barassi thumps his fist into the palm of his hand. Now they're behind to Carlton. They move on to 1-7. 1-7-13, trailing Richmond, 4-5-29.
8 scoring shots to 9. There's Ron Barassi, a brief glimpse of him.
Richardson about to put the ball into play once again. A low drop kick. Quirk up high. Owen has the chance. Scooped by Jezelenko, but towards Moore. Good tackle, Jezelenko. Moore goes down. Chance now for Quirk. Tackled without the ball. He'll get the free kick. His 10th. Brian Quirk is giving Carlton tons of drive from that wing. Umpire Crouch is saying exactly where the mark is. And Brian Quirk has the chance to put the ball right up into the teeth of goal. He's a lovely kick when he gets onto the ball. He's a long way out, though. But he'll shoot for the sticks. It's a drop punt, curling in. Up high, Crosswell again. Scouting. Rush through. Free kick. A push in the back, says umpire Crouch. And he's going in to sort this one out. It'll be a Richmond free kick.
Sheedy it is.
And the Richmond back pocket player who joins the Army via national service on Monday morning takes the kick and sends it out wide towards the flank. It's all Tigers out there, and Bowden has the mark.
Bowden on half-back flank, quickly back into business down to the centre. Robertson's underneath it, got the perfect chance, misses it badly, gives Eric Moore the perfect chance. Eric Moore then boots it out towards Bartlett. Beautifully done, Moore, and Bartlett takes the mark. Well, a long way out on a very acute angle. This is about very... not quite as difficult. Wonderful goal he kicked last week. He tries the short pass. It's well done. Well done, Johnny Gould. Picked up there by Robertson. He's in bundles of trouble. Royce Hart's in trouble too. Eric Moore, and he took too long as he's well tackled. Up go the Carlton Silvani. Swooper Northey fights for it. Picked up there by Dean. He goes down from a heavy one, and a nice pick up there and a hand pass over the line by Waite is good football.
Oh, that took the pressure. And rugged, wasn't it? No, it looked very dangerous for Carlton.
In come the big fellows, Ronaldson and John Nichols. Nichols wins it north. He's got it nicely smothered out. It goes, and the chances there for Barrett. Barrett has a high shot for goal. It'll be close. It hit. It's through.
Well, there he does it again. What a tremendous player. That's his second goal now. Wonderful snap.
That gives the Tigers a very handy lead. They move on now to 5-5, 35 points. Carlton are 1-7-13 at the 25-minute mark of the second quarter. My word, when Richmond get the ball out into the open spaces, they look really good. Ruck's doing battle. Green knocks it down, but it's picked up here by Carlton. They swing the ball forward. Out comes... who was that?
Beard.
Yes, Beard it is, yeah. Beard to mark the ball for Richmond. Way out from the back pocket. Beard's kick is a nice one towards the centre of the ground, but straight to Silvani. Silvani, a hand pass, finds Gallagher, who's been pretty quiet. Gallagher's kick looking for Croswell. Croswell comes to the ball in front of Richardson. It's kicked off the ground by Bergen. There's racing to the ball, Strang having a chance to clear it away for Richmond. He does, boots it defensively towards the boundary line, goes streaking after the ball himself, but Crane gathers it in for Carlton, puts it high in the air, coming to the ball there, marking easily with Sheedy, then fumbled it, giving Carlton the chance with Gill right down from the ground, getting the ball to Pennell. It's on the mill there, and umpire Crouch will bounce the ball midfield on the outer side of the ground. 5-5 Richmond, Carlton 1-7.
Centre wing position, outer side. Nichols in front position, takes it with him and gets it nicely to Crane. Crane forced into a hurried high one, down to the boundary line. It's over the boundary line, and the free kick will go to fullback Barry Richardson, who's deep out on half-back flank. Richardson, Sydney Jackson coming up belatedly to take his position on the mark. Richardson drop kicks down looking for Michael Green. Jones is with him and takes it. Oh, almost a one-hand.
Jones from centre wing sends forward looking for Jackson. He can't mark. Ball hits the ground and Richmond defenders in there very quickly. Beard and Nichols clash once again. Ball hits the ground. Somebody runs right over the top of Billy Brown. Brown gathers the ball and puts it out, but it could be out on the full, and a free kick to Carlton. Gary Crane to take it. 26 minutes gone in this second quarter, in which Richmond have opened up a very handy lead. 35 points to 13 at the moment in a low-scoring game, in particularly fine weather. Crane, a long kick this time, looking for Nichols. Nichols up high, palms the ball down, but straight to Bowden. Long hand pass on its way, sets up Dean. Dean is run over by Silvani and will get the free kick.
Good decision.
Yes, indeed.
Players allowed to go on, however, and Richmond go forward. A chance there for the Tigers to go for the big one. There's Jones. And Jones in the pocket, hand passes to fumbling Barry Gill. They mess it up between them. A push in the back gets Carlton out of trouble.
Too much handball by Carlton at this stage. I think they're creating a margin for error.
Jones
they're not handling the ball at all, surely. There's the kick by Gill. It's a wobbly-looking thing towards the centre of the ground. It's knocked away there by Green. Comes through to Crane. Crane caught with the ball. Is going to get a free kick. The tackle apparently too high. Crane with the ball. Almost in the centre. There's the kick towards centre half forward. Jezelenko went too early, and the mark is taken by Beard. He's playing well in defence, this fellow. There's his kick. It's a good clearing one too. A lovely spiral punt. Bring the ball out to Ronaldson. It's knocked away from him. Comes into the open spaces towards the clever elusive Barrett. Barrett nearly has his head pulled off by weight and will get the free. Carlton giving away free kicks in the danger zone. Barrett will put this well down towards the goal. He's a magnificent kick. And it's a lovely spiral punt right into the goal square. It goes, and marking the ball, Robinson, a big fellow in front of the pack. The Richmond forwards looking far more sharper than Carlton's. They look the part. Ronaldson not far out. About 20 yards. The angle, as you can see, about 45 degrees. It's on its way, and it's straight through the middle. A magnificent kick from the time it left his feet. And the Tigers go further ahead. 6 goals on the board, 6-5 to Carlton, 1-7. And Ron Barassi looking extremely worried at the moment. They're looking a bit wobbly, Carlton, I think.
Carlton certainly are. I thought perhaps the 2 hard games Richmond have had before might have told on them in this game, but they're certainly attacking the game with plenty of purpose and are definitely out-generaling Carlton at the moment.
1 goal to Carlton so far in the game. It's almost halfway there.
Umpire Crouch and Green down to Silvani. Silvani's kick is smothered out towards Strang. It mustn't have been smothered. The mark is paid. This is where they're winning. Richmond are on that half-back line as Strang boots it out wide looking for Northey. In front is a brilliant Quirk, and Quirk takes yet another mark.
She had, Jack, about 6 marks so far. 6 marks.
He tries the short pass. This time there's 2 to accept it. Ian Nicol takes it, or is it Gary Crane? Nicol it is, and Nicol's off onto his left foot and sends a driver down towards that square. We're looking for Walls, and Owen, beautifully done. Oh, perfect judgment from a man who most of us think might be quite good enough.
Well, he's certainly doing well, and Walls, of course, has been moved from centre-half forward out to the flank now, so all the forwards are in trouble.
Owen comes and boots it down in the Jones-Green direction. Jones up nicely, going to take a free kick behind the neck, signals umpire Crouch, and Peter Jones has got the chance in the dying minutes of the second quarter to boot Carlton into attack again.
Haven't got much time left either, Doug, if they want to capitalise on this forward move. About a minute to go, I should say.
There's the kick from Peter Jones, a screwy drop kick. Walls has the chance. He's been paid the mark.
Played the free kick, I think.
He hurt himself.
Walls has the ball in any case, and he'll shoot for goal. He's about, 40 yards, 35 yards out, and a pretty acute angle.
I thought Kevin Sheedy ran straight into him.
Almost rabbited him, didn't he?
2 men on the mark, look.
Yeah.
Walls shoots for goal. It curls in, but is it early enough? Yes. Carlton's second goal. It's been a long time between drinks for the Blues as they put their second one on the board per medium of Robert Walls.
At what stage of the first quarter did they kick that number 1 goal? 20-minute mark of the first quarter, and they've got their second goal at the 31-minute mark of the second quarter.
Not good enough.
As you say, it's been a long dry period, Dick.
Bowden takes the hand pass to Ronaldson and puts him under pressure, but it's picked up by Clay, who scouts well, drives the ball in fine fashion out wide, and this suits Northey. Going in, there's Hall, who runs past the ball, a chance for Hart. He's grabbed, and his hand pass to the hobbling Green now. Coming through is Burke, but he loses the run of the ball. Waite has a hand pass going in the Quirk direction, and Green is definitely hobbling. The kick by Quirk is a pass to Jesaulenko, and Jesaulenko grabs it beautifully.
They'll have to hurry.
Time running out. Play on quickly with the ball, says the umpire, as Jesaulenko drop kicks, and it's a good one too. Crosswell is in front this time, but can't get a run at the ball, and it's Kay Sheedy who has the mark for Richmond. Sheedy, he of the sideboard, sends out wide, but it could be upset. Jesaulenko goes in to try and claim. Carlton players clash with each other as Burke comes in. Burke's hand pass goes to Sheedy, who dodges miraculously past 2 Carlton players, then drives to the centre of the ground as the half-time sounds. At half-time, Richmond 6-5, 41, Carlton 2-7, 19.
All set now as umpire Crouch bounces the ball.
Go the big fellows, and Green thumps it, but here comes Strang, picked up there, and there's a chance for Gallagher. He's tackled very high. A kick off the ground goes to Crane. Crane kick number 14 as he boots it down to centre half forward. A kick off the ground by Bergen covers as far as any kick would go. Johnny Nichols fights for it. Here comes Surge 2, taken away by Bowden. Chance for Dick Clay. Down he goes, and out wide Robertson pursues Francis Burke. Francis Burke breaks away, kicks it over Northey's head. Wesley Loft gets an awkward bounce. Northey's got an open goal, 30 yards out, and kicks very bad.
Free to Northey.
Will he get a free kick?
Yes,
This is the question. I think he will.
Yes, he seemed to be tripped just as he was kicking that ball.
And that's bad tackling by Carlton.
Yes. They've done this quite a bit in front of goals, Ken. Golden opportunity now for Richmond to go further ahead again.
There's Northey, the farmer from Mortlake, who's only about 35 yards out. Straight in front, kicks a long, high spiral torpedo punt. The goal umpire never moved. The result was a goal.
There's John Northey, the will o' the wisp. Very hard man to counter when he breaks out into the open. And that goal to the Tigers takes them to a very handy lead of 28 points, and the goal coming up within about a minute and a half of the start of the third quarter. Richmond 7-5, Carlton 2-7.
Another bounce in the centre, and Nichols and Green over the back. Silvani takes it, left foots it out looking for Walls, and Walls takes a good one. Oh, he just clutched it back to Silvani. Silvani on the half-forward flank, boots down to the pocket. Here's an opportunity as Richardson goes up with Jesaulenko. Plenty of support from Beard. Beard tackled by Jesaulenko over the line, out of bounds.
Not having a good game as Jezza so far.
Batting now for the contestants as Peter Jones comes in to render assistance. Michaels Bowden's his opponent. That's the David and the Goliath. Out it goes where Jesselenko left-footed back. Here's a chance for Nicol. It bounces awkwardly, gives him the run. He tends it headed back to Gallagher. Gallagher goes down from a lovely bump. Kevin Bartlett, tackled when never in possession, will take the free. What wonderful football by this speedster. He's on half-back flank, grandstand side. Michael Green's underneath this one. Nichols, beautifully done. Oh, a cheeky interception from the Giants.
Still limping, Green, though.
Nichols comes down and boots the half-forward line. Strang's in perfect position and does it beautifully.
Too tall, isn't he, for Jackson?
Oh, he's outmarked him
All the
time and time again.
Strang from that half-back line back towards the centre of the ground. The big fellas are up again. Nichols goes down, picked up by Gould. Gould's kick is not a good one. It bounces awkwardly, however. Walls is in there and thumps his Richmond opponent, picked up by Quirk. Quirk up to the tall timber area. Beard in fine style. Play on, says the umpire, as a wild kick off the ground by Beard. He succeeds with the second one, and there's Dean to take a splendid mark for Richmond in between two Carlton opponents. Roger Dean from centre half-back drives towards the half-forward area. Gould up behind, out reaches hard. Down the ground comes the ball. Northey quickly puts it onto his boot, but there's Loft to mark in defence for Carlton. Loft decides to go straight up the centre. His kick smothered there by Barrett. They're asked to play on as the ball hits the ground, and it's the evergreen Silvani who emerges with the ball, sends towards Walls at half-forward. Walls spills an easy mark. There's Jesselenko on the ground at centre half-forward. Feeds the hand pass to the slipping Walls. Over goes Richardson. Over the top of him goes Jesselenko, and it stacks on the mill as umpire Crouch calls ball up. Centre half-forward for Carlton.
Can't do a thing right down there.
They can't. They're not playing with any understanding at all up forward. There's Nichols getting a tap again, but goes straight to Sheedy. Sheedy's going to clear it away. He's got a lead here from Burke. Contesting it is Quirk, and Quirk. 7 marks to Quirk, and he's coming in for his 13th or 14th kick. There it is on its way. Oh, it's a beautiful drop punt right into the goal square. Jones contesting. 3 Richmond players, and it's Sheedy's mark. He's solid, this fellow, in defence. Doesn't make too many mistakes. He's a lovely backup player. And there's his kick now, bringing the ball back towards Clay. Clay flies in front, couldn't quite hold the ball. Over the line. Carlton in the attack, the ball on their right half-forward line. They're kicking towards the scoreboard end. We're 4 minutes into the third quarter. 7-5 Richmond, 2-7 Carlton. Green and Nichols doing battle. Nichols tries to get the ball behind him. It goes to Bowden. Bowden's hand pass comes to Moore. Moore caught with the ball. Will he be penalised? It comes to Crane. Crane disputing the ball there with Crane. Wrestling match going on, and umpire Crouch will bounce the ball. Green coming in, going high, getting the tap. Beautifully shanked by Dean. It was a gem. Dean down to Barrett. Barrett couldn't hold it. Coming in as Gill to defend brilliantly. Lovely play. Gill gets a lead here from Quirk. Quirk flies for the ball. Did he mark it? No. Play on, they say, and away goes the racehorse. Gets the ball forward. A short pass is coming to Jesselenko.
Last. Chance for Jesselenko to go.
Just over centre half forward, and he's a fair way out though. He'll be about 50 yards out. It'll test his ability with a long distance kick. See if he can put it through. It's on its way. Oh, he's got it high in the air and he's hooked it right round. Jones flies high, knocks the ball away from Beard. It comes there to Gallagher. Gallagher knocks the ball to Walls. Walls is going to be under pressure from Beard. Beard crashes past him, but the ball goes out of play. It's about 25 yards around from the left-hand behind post with Carlton in the attack. Jones doing battle, gets the ball towards Jesselenko. Jesselenko looking for someone. He's not going to hand pass. He's going to kick it. It's to no advantage, really, because it's gone straight to Beard. Beard couldn't trap the ball, but he's beautifully backed up here by Strang. Strang is going to be in trouble. Tackled by Jackson, loses the ball, gets it across to Clay. Clay's under pressure here from Gallagher. They're disputing it again. Beard comes in, or rather Strang tries to kick the ball off the ground. I think he connected with one of the Carlton players, quite unintentionally. It's the ruck duel with Green knocking the ball down, grabbed by Gallagher. Gallagher's kicked up to full forward. Jones can mark this. He can't. It's knocked down. Chance here. Oh, but Croswell, was it? Yes, he couldn't trap the ball. And away go Richmond from defence, getting the ball wide out onto the member stand side where it'll be thrown in. Well, they can't do anything right.
No, they're not meant to win, Ken, the way they're playing on that attack.
They're uncertain, unsure of themselves.
Nichols and Green, centre wing position. Nichols beautifully to Silvani. Silvani quickly to centre half forward. Robert Walls in perfect position, takes a good one. Outmanoeuvred Bergen with great skill that time, and Walls is a long way out from goal. He tries a short one to Croswell, perfectly done, and Croswell takes the mark. 60 yards out, quickly on with the business, and Sheedy's the only one home. This is too easy.
Would you believe it?
Sheedy quickly on with the business down towards Crane, who's been a great player, and he gets taken away from by Clay. Clay cleverly to Michael Green. Michael Green centre wing on the grandstand side, goes for the run. He tries the hand pass to Moore. Moore fumbles it. There's a chance for Nichols to come in, and down goes Moore. Here's a pull down by Green, and a free kick will go to Robertson.
Nichols' bump was quite legitimate, in my humble opinion.
Quickly Robertson across, and the mark is taken by Ian Nichol across to Johnny Gould. He's in trouble. Gets his left foot to it and boots it to Croswell. Croswell misses what he should have taken. Out where goes Wall and Burke. Walls is taken down by Burke, and Burke gets the run of it. A clever hand pass to Dean. Centre wing position. Richmond stream into attack. Downfield it goes, and Northie'll mark it. And there's Barrett alone and unattended as Lofts take one.
Oh, it's roughing up now. No beg pardons. A little bit of spite creeping into the goal.
Northie a long way out from goal. It's a magnificent spiral torpedo. Waite goes up and takes an easy mark as Barrett's on the ground. Oh, it did rough up. John Nichols.
And look at Waite and the goal umpire. He's brushing the goal umpire away, and he didn't like it. Rightly so.
Waite's long drop kick is out wide. The leap is Kevin Hall. He takes it well. Quickly he goes out to Quirk, the great quick getter. Quirk cleverly across to Jones. Jones must go on with this. Centre wing position. He thumps it down to the half-forward line. Bergen in front almost takes it. Croswell brilliantly. Here's Gallagher, can run into an open goal. He's in trouble to Jackson. Jackson shoots and puts it through.
Well played, Carl. First time.
That's the first time, Tony, we've seen them play with any purpose or any system, or in fact with the gate wide open.
Yes, every player then handled the ball with confidence, Ken, and they have been fumbling, but that was a beauty.
Well, they got it down quickly. This
Very
was the thing. Well, that was a badly needed one for the Blues. Takes them on to 3-7-25. Richmond 7-5-47. 8 minutes into the third quarter.
Umpire Crouch moves in to bounce the ball in the circle once again, and the crowd seems to have come alive. Jones in ruck for Carlton, beaten for the tap, picked up by Bowden of Richmond. He sends out wide towards the flank. They struggle for it. A punch favours Richmond. Loft charging downfield, almost interfered with by one of his own players. Hand passes to Silvani. Silvani, the exponent of the quick kick, sends it up towards the flank. Plenty of Carlton players flying for the ball. Down emerges Quirk, probably best on ground. His kick is a bad one, however. But here comes Jezelenko streaming out. He's about to be challenged by Green, but he's well shepherded. Jezelenko goes for the long bomb towards the goal square. Sheedy up high, punches the ball away from Gallagher, across the line and out of bounds.
What a good defender is Sheedy.
Yes, he's hard to beat, Sheedy. He's very close.
Boundary throw in. Nichols in ruck here against Bowden. Nichols taps down. A chance there for Gallagher, caught with the ball, but it gets away. A sandwich kick by Wall, screws off his boot, and this allows Beard to run with the ball, but he can't pull it up inside the line. It's out of bounds for another boundary throw in. Carlton in attack. Bowden again to tackle the big fellow Nichols. Nichols does it with both hands this time. He scoops the ball to Gallagher. Gallagher pops away, and Carlton's another one.
Lovely play. Full credit to John Nichols for wonderful ruck work there. Beautifully scooped out to Gallagher.
Gallagher, 6 kicks only for the match, and that's a vital goal to the Blues, and the Blues supporters have really come alive, and so has this vast crowd. Just repeating, I should say the attendance undoubtedly a record, would be round about the 120,000 mark. The biggest single audience to a sporting event in the Southern Hemisphere, and things are going on behind the play. Michael Green just down towards the Richmond end, and Waite, and look at this going on. Hall coming there with Waite. There's a little mix-up there between Green and Waite. Things are going on, and the boundary umpire's coming down, and so is umpire Crouch now to talk to both players. An argument ensuing, and the ball coming back to the centre. Temper's a little frayed, understandably so. This is a do-or-die struggle. You don't expect them not to get a little bit rough and tough at times. And Carlton are now looking more confident. They're trying to urge their players on. There's young Pennell, the baby of the side, saying, well, come on, chaps, we can do it. What's going on over there? The message is going out to Waite, but back with the play as the ball comes forward for Carlton, up towards Big John. He can't get it. It's not clear. Comes to Gallagher. Gallagher hooks it around, but it's going straight to Richardson. Richardson getting under the ball, showing superb judgment and coolness.
Yes, no matter where that missed kick goes, Barry Richardson's been underneath it. He kicks a long punt kick, which is a good 70-yarder. In position, Clay. Almost took a good one. All down goes Quirk.
Round the neck.
Pulled high as he went down, been a magnificent wingster. He's off and boots it down towards centre half forward. In front with Richmond, picked up by Bowden. Bowden then boots it down towards where Johnny Gould and Royce Hart will dispute. Gould goes the spoil brilliantly once again. Crane's the speedster. Crane down towards Jackson. Jackson gets an awkward bounce. Wall's well done. Unfortunately for him, goes to Bergen. Bergen boots it straight out to Crane. Crane misses what he might have taken. Barry Gill doesn't trap it well. He does this time. Out to Gould. And Gould now has got Jackson in his sights. And he just misses him. And it's over the line. Out of bounds. It was a worthwhile attempt.
It was a good attempt. And if it had come off, Jackson was in the open spaces. And Carlton would have been very, very dangerous indeed. It was bad luck indeed.
Now it's the Tigers. Richardson on half-back flank underneath the men's members down towards Peter Jones. He punches it. Silvani's under dangerous stuff. In the chances now for Quirk. He's hurried by Robertson. His hurried kick goes in the Jesselenko-Richardson direction. Jesselenko spoilt by Walls. Sidney Jackson can't reach it as it goes over the line. He takes it with him and he's out of bounds. Half-forward flank, Carlton in attack.
What a magnificent effort that was of Walls. He realised that he had to do something about it.
Boundary throw in. Nichols opposed to Ronaldson. Pushes him in the back. Play on, says umpire Crouch. Going in his beard to try and win the ball. Hot on his hammer, Jackson. Beautiful side bump from that player. Jesselenko's kick smothered. Back to Jesselenko. Hand pass to Nichols. Interrupted. Coming through Brown, all with great courage. Whoops, and he popped 1-2 afterwards. Robertson flies in for Carlton. Silvani there grabs Bowden. Ball goes away. Streaming after it is Barrett. Right on his hammer, Quirk. Barrett goes the bounce. Goes back. Gets away from the tackle. And sends Tigers forward once again. Lofts and Moore streaming after the ball. Hits the ground. Northey under pressure. Downed after he kicks the ball. It bounces towards the goal square. It bounces from behind.
Oh, well, I never. I think every Richmond supporter was riding that ball towards the goal and it just moved away at the last moment.
I think they were blowing it in the way it was rolling.
My word, this game has really come to life now. It's a typical grand final.
Yes, a couple more goals by Carlton will really make it an exciting one.
Wesley Lofts deep out to the outer side looking for Jones. Jones in perfect position to support well by Ronaldson. Down goes Ronaldson from weight. Scurries after the ball. Out towards Brown. In comes Nicol. Brown beats him for it, then he's down. Down goes another one. Johnny Gould has got the chance. The free kick is going to the Tigers' Royce Hart.
Overdoing it a little bit, the Blues, and they're roughing it up. They're using vigour, but I think then they just overdid it a little bit and the inevitable happened.
Umpire Crouch tosses the ball back to Hart. Hart's well within kicking range. 45 yards out on about a 45-degree angle. Kicking to the Richmond goal. That's the punt road goal. Favours the left foot. Here's the champion from Tasmania. Royce Hart, one of the great players, kicks it badly. Peter Jones has got the chances. He hits it out to Waite. Dick Clay goes with him and bumps him out easily. He then runs into Hart, then runs into trouble. Free kick to Carlton. Ian Nicol.
A good holding the ball decision. No two ways about it. He just tried to do a little bit too much.
Nichols on half-back flank on the outer side with behind him in the background Demons, who won the seconds. In comes Nichols. Nicol, he doesn't kick it well. The chances there and easily taken by Roger Dean, a great captain.
Dean sees Barrett loose at centre half forward, but by the time Barrett gets there, Robertson emerges and pulls down the ball for Carlton.
He can beat Barrett in the air every time.
Robertson chooses the flank for some unknown reason. Bergen fumbles what he should have marked. Picked up by Quirk, who scouts well. Quirk pushed as he kicks the ball in towards the pocket and Crosswell. Ball bounces. Jesselenko there. So's Richardson. Out of bounds goes the ball. Boundary throw in.
20 quick ticks to Quirk so far.
Robertson didn't seem keen to kick with his right foot there. I don't know whether he's got a little bit of ankle trouble still.
Hasn't been keen to kick the ball all
at
day.
all, no.
Boundary throw in. Nichols marks in ruck. Kicks quickly. Jackson over his head, and the taller Strang wins the ball. Strang sends quickly into the centre of the ground where it's all Carlton, and Jones does it on his knees just wide of the circle. Then a long hand pass out to the Quirk, who sends number 21 up there. Jackson rumbled it easily. Spins out. Left foot shot. Put it through.
Good goal. A beauty. Mind you, a simple mistake when he dropped that mark, but certainly he was very quick to pounce on the ball again, showing tremendous determination. Good play by Jackson.
Well, hasn't this engendered tremendous interest in the game? My word, Carlton coming back typically 5-7, 37 points, and there's Barassi right on edge, right on the edge of the seat. 5-7 Carlton to Richmond 7-6. 37 points are the Blues to 48 the Tigers. Which way will it go? Look at the crowd. The next, what are we about? 15 minutes into the third quarter. The next 45 minutes will tell the story.
Michael Green's on the ball again. Jones disputes it. Jackson gets it taken away from him out to Strang. Strang in bundles of trouble, kicks it luckily across towards where it isn't marked by Bowden. Quirk goes in, tackled when not in possession, takes another kick.
Best man on ground, I should
Easily,
say.
yes, playing brilliantly.
Not a doubt. What a great player he was in the grand final last year on half-forward flank. This time he's a winger, just as brilliant. Up goes Walls and juggles it. Not certain, but did it well.
That second bite was a beauty.
Yeah, but he wants to kick it on more quickly. Jezelenko gave him the lead. It's gone now.
Jezelenko and Michael Green goes up and thumps it. Nichols, a left foot snap. It's the goal of the match.
Well, this is making a game of it now. What a terrific comeback by Carlton.
Goal number 2 to Big John. There he is, the inspiring big player of Victorian League football. 6-7 are Carlton now. Only 5 points the difference. Richmond 7-6, 48. And this huge crowd going wild with excitement.
Umpire Crouch moves in and bounces the ball once again. And up is Jones, where the ball comes out. A chance for Barrett. Jones a long hand and a wild hand pass to Robertson. Robertson looks for a hand pass to Gallagher on his left foot. Gallagher puts the ball into the pocket to Walls. And Walls can't pull it in, but can he recover? Kicks the ball high in the air. This sets Sheedy and Nicol up for the big ride. Sheedy almost a chance. Is grabbed. Through the ball.
Yes.
Elbowed. He was elbowed, I think.
I do think he threw it away, Ken. I think that will be the decision.
But it'll go against him.
Yes. Ian Nicol will take the free.
Nicol looks pretty confident with the ball.
And could you believe it, that a straight kick here and the Blues will be in front?
In front, you wouldn't know it.
At the 18-minute mark of the third quarter. And Richmond looked to be in the box seat when they kicked the goal shortly after the turn.
Nicol moves in, drop punt on its way. He's put it behind. A costly error. 4 points the difference. Sheedy telling him all about it there. Richmond 7-6, 48. Carlton 6-8, 44.
Look at a disappointed Nicol.
Yes, they've been playing about 19 minutes now in this third quarter as Barry Richardson kicks in a long drop punt. Plenty of distance. Crane, a good mark.
Beautiful judgment, that one. A gem of a mark by Crane, and he'll swing Carlton forward again. There's the kick looking for Big John Nichols. He goes high, but it's Michael Green who wins out in this aerial duel. What a great player he is for Richmond, this fellow. Takes the big one round the ground when it's most needed. The kick towards the centre of the ground. Oh, a magnificent mark, Jones. A hand pass to Hall. Away go Carlton. The ball in short. It's going straight to Bowden. Bowden, a hand pass to Bartlett. Bartlett have to kick. He does. Just gets it in time, but coming in again is Jones. Jones tries to go on. Puts himself under pressure. Here's the ball coming to Strang and Jackson. Oh, Jackson nearly held it. Not quite. Gallagher comes in. Tackled too high, and Gallagher will take the free.
Throwing himself in fearlessly.
He's got a lead from Crane. There's the pass coming out to Crane. Oh, it was a bad one. Off the side of the boot. Will he get to it? No. That was indirect and not very good football. Although I must admit Crane was all on his own, but the pass was a shocker. Here's Nicol going here with Green. Green knocks the ball down to Dean. Dean, an inspiring captain, gets the ball forward. Once again it's Jones. Playing that similar role to the first quarter.
Yes, and it's working well at the moment.
10th mark to Jones as he gets a lead here from Crane. Crane goes high, the ball knocked away defensively there by Sheedy. Or is it Burke? No, Francis Burke it was. Ruck's coming down. Green and Nichols doing battle. Green gets a tap, shark nicely by Crane. Crane a hand pass, goes out to Surge. He can't trap it, but backed up beautifully by Robertson. Robertson's going to drive it right down to the goal. No, he's not in short to Croswell. The ball knocked away from him. Croswell comes to it. He's caught, breaks the tackle, gets a hand pass in, comes to the ball. There's a left foot snap. Oh, what's it got? Fantastic. The young Tasmanian, young Brent Croswell. Well, won't the Tassie people be proud of him right at that moment, eh? There he is, young Croswell, kicking the goal to put the Blues in front.
That was a miraculous thing. You couldn't explain how that worked. Goodness me, what fantastic control to fight back then.
7-8 Carlton to 7-6 Richmond. 21 minutes into the third quarter.
In the centre of the ground, it's Peter Jones who's got that opportunity. Bound to Silvani, ducks his head and kicks it out in the open territory. The brilliant young Tasmanian's out there, but Vince Waite will get there first. Centre wing, outer side, decides to go for the run. This is dangerous. Bad football, and he lost it, and the free kick goes to Richmond. Owen it is, waiting for it in centre wing position as Carlton have hit the front. Waite's in position to mark.
Oh, that was a bad kick, Bud.
Yes, a careless, sloppy disposal by Ian Owen, another national serviceman. A left foot by Waite down towards the centre half-forward zone. Walls is the leaper. Behind the pack, the chances all Richmond through Bartlett. Bartlett onto his left foot, boots it down where Gary Crane and Gould come in. Crane once again. What a beautiful little mark this fellow is. But pushed out was Royce Hart by Johnny Gould.
Hart right in the centre of the ground to send the Tigers forward. The crowd doesn't agree with that one by the sound of the hoots. Hart, a long kick, a wobbly one. A chance there for Ronaldson, but he muffed it. Picked up by Waite, who breaks away using his pace. Onto his left foot, it's a bad kick. High in the air. Clay now shifted onto Quirk. The front position to Clay, and a fine mark. Dick Clay, Richmond having shifted their wingers. Clay sends that ball right deep into the pocket. Moore sets himself. There's Jones.
Good boy. 5 marks for the quarter. What a great effort so far.
He boots it out wide looking for Serge Silvani. This is dangerous. Francis Burke with tons of courage comes across, and to his own disgust he loses the last moment out of bounds. Half forward flank, Tigers in attack. Fighting now is Jones, who's fast overtaking Quirk as the great player, picked up by Crane. Downfield there's only Michael Bowden at home, but Chesty, if he wants it, he does, and does it nicely. Bowden between centre wing and half forward flank, grandstand side, long way out. Punt kicks it down underneath at Kevin Hall. He let it go badly. Behind the pack, it's Waite on his wrong foot. His left foot pass is out of bounds.
On the full.
On the full, for sure. Free
Bob's
kick.
telling him too.
Shocking kick. He's a normal left footer and he couldn't get onto his right foot. Now Francis Burke takes the free on half forward flank. He boots it downfield where Peter Jones, no he's not in, but he is in position and misses one. And it was Waite who missed it, picked up nicely and driven out of danger temporarily towards Gallagher. And Gallagher, a plucky, tenacious rover in this third quarter. Nichols there's, he's alone. You could go for a run, John, if you wanted to, but I don't think he will. He does, he steadies himself and kicks a bad drop kick straight to Bergen. Bergen gets an awkward one and Croswell takes him on with a great tackle. Here comes Quirk, a dazzling blind turn onto his left foot. Now he can kick right if he wants to. Boots it down where Sheedy's the only one at home, and Sheedy misses what he should have taken. Here comes Jackson and Jesselenko. Jesselenko in trouble, gets his foot to it and puts it.
One behind, I think.
I think the whistle's on the play somewhere along the line, is it? We'll wait and see.
Yes. Wait for the umpire's decision.
One behind, I think.
It's a goal. It's a goal.
It is a goal. Well, I'll never. Jesselenko, of course, and the Carlton supporters are going wild with excitement as the Blues are now starting to take over. 8-8, 56 points to Richmond, 7-6, 48. Yes, Dick Mason.
I think the debate might have been whether Jesselenko scored the goal. He probably had the free kick in mind.
Back in the centre, and away go Carlton again through the brilliant Quirk. Down to Jackson, who flies. Couldn't mark it. Strang's got it. Strang back to the centre of the ground. Plenty of Carlton players there. But Billy Brown chips in nicely. Or rather Barrett. Barrett onto his left foot. Sends the ball forward. Gill is setting himself forward. Also Wes Lofts. It comes out here to Gould. Gould cleverly knocks the ball out to Crane. Crane can get it away for Carlton. Hooks the ball around. It's all Richmond there as Sheedy takes the mark. Sheedy's got a lead here. A lovely one from Bartlett all on his own. So the pace slackens momentarily as Bartlett takes his time here, looking for a lead. There's the kick right down to the scoring zone. There Moore flies with Lofts. Neither could mark it. The ball hits the ground. Emerging with it there. It was Beard, not Beard, but Gill it is who's got the ball anyhow. Sends it to Robertson. Robertson has the ball knocked away. It comes to Gallagher. He cleverly eludes two players. Whips a hand pass to Robertson. Robertson with a kick down towards the full forward line. A free kick further afield, I think. Robertson was dealt with after disposing of the ball, and the free will go into the attacking zone, well into it for Carlton.
Jesselenko to take it. Have a look at it.
John Nichols pat Sheedy on the back for it, yeah.
Is that a fact?
Yes.
The big fella and the little fella.
The biggie and the little. They're both tough and good.
Now let's see what Jezza can do with this. He's a fair way out from goal. About 50 yards out. Lines it up. It's on its way. I think it could be close. It hits the post. Hit the post. Bad luck Jesselenko. Bad luck Carlton. And there's a disappointed Jezza. One behind on the board to the Blues, takes them on to 8-9-57 to Richmond 7-6-48. One is beginning to wonder whether the tough games that Richmond have had leading up to this grand final are taking their toll.
Yes.
We don't know, but we'll soon know.
Richardson kicks out wide. Behind the pack, it's Nichols. He's tackled by Roger
15
Dean.
yards, Roger.
15 yards it will be. Dean thought it wasn't a mark for some inexplicable reason.
Yes, well, Dean loves to umpire, but of course Crouch is showing him that he's the umpire and not Roger Dean.
You know, this is a magnificent recovery by Carlton.
Nichols.
They looked a beaten side at half-time.
Beautiful short pass, John Nichols. It was a gem, and Gallagher just had to keep running and take it on his chest. Adrian Gallagher, 35 to 40 yards out from goal. The traditional sock pulling goes on.
Yeah, and not renowned as a most reliable kick, although he's kicked better in the final series.
Yes, kicked 4, I think, didn't he, against Collingwood? Good effort.
Yes, over the years, Adrian Gallagher. Great cricketer, great footballer, kicks it badly, and he hasn't been a straight kick for Carlton over the years. That was nominated another behind to the Blues.
Taking them on to 8-10 now. Carlton 8-10 to Richmond 7-6 at the 27-minute mark of the third quarter.
There's an overwork. Barry Richardson decides to go straight down the centre. Robertson's in perfect position and does it beautifully. Oh, it was nominated, and so well done by Ian Robertson.
As a matter of fact, Carlton are trouncing Richmond across the centre.
middle, and this is where they're starting to draw away, Ken.
Socks are down as Robertson, a doubtful starter before the match, kicks a skimming drop kick down towards the 10-yard square. Behind the pack, the chances there for Jackson. Owen chips across nicely and hits it over the line, out of bounds, saves them temporarily, and will be thrown in the teeth of Carlton's goal.
Nichols strides to the front position in ruck, but Green has the better of him. It comes down to Nicholl, however. Nichols kick a grubber on the ground there. Crosswell fights, but Owen beats him this time. In swoops Jesaulenko. Jesaulenko has the ball. He's in trouble. Fights his way through. A chance for Nichols. Porks one way. Gives it back to Crosswell. Crosswell kicks it high up in the air, up and down in the one spot. They fight for it on the ground. A chance for Jackson. He backs out of the pack into trouble. Grabbed. Comes back towards the ball once again. Throws it out in front of him. Right on his hammer is Bowden. Jackson loses it once again. Down to the ground he goes. Dean has the free kick, or rather the handball going towards Royce Hart. And the Tigers are underway once again as Hart drives into the pocket to Billy Brown and holds the mark. Nobody on Moore as Brown sees this. Sends the ball there. Crash!
Oh, dear me. Oh, wait, you... Definitely too late there.
Completely unnecessary was that. The marker being taken now. Look at this. It's on. Robertson and Barrett having a little tussle there. The goal umpires coming in, boundary umpires, umpire Crouch, and it's not surprising because Moore had taken that mark and he was flattened unmercifully.
Yes, that's the worst way of giving away frees. That umpire Crouch is bringing him in 15 yards right to the line, which is certainly the least he can do.
The least he could do, I reckon, would be to give him a goal if that was possible, but it's not.
That was callous.
You could see it coming about 5 yards away.
It's through. It's all clear. That's Moore's second, and the difference now only 4 points once again. Well, what a thriller this is developing into. 4 points the difference. Carlton 8-10, 58 points to Richmond 8-6, 54, and we're 30 minutes into the third quarter.
Well, there's certainly tons of pressure on, and I don't doubt that Wakefield's a little guilty there. He certainly could have stopped himself, but he's no doubt very keyed up, like the rest of the players, and perhaps we have criticised him a little harshly, but it was certainly a very, very callous one.
The centre, it's Peter Jones who struggles manfully for it, taken away by Dean. Up goes Gould, who's been a brilliant centre half back across to Hall. Hall boots it out into open territory looking for Walls. Walls up and nicely sport by Bergen. Here comes Clay. Clay centre wing out of side of the ground, looks for Barrett. Barrett takes the pass and goes on to Ronaldson. His long hand pass to Ronaldson is good football. Ronaldson 55 yards out on an acute angle, kicks atrociously. Into the crowd it goes. Free kick to Wesley Lofts Carlton.
Never balanced himself there. He was taking a big stride as he put the ball out, and he was well off balance.
The messages coming out from the Carlton bench too, thick and fast. Wes Lofts pointing to something there. He's going to hold it up. He's going to let the tempest, sort of simmer down, and he's got a cool head at times.
He's vice-captain today, too, and he boots along one downfield. A big pack leap, including John Nichols and Green. It's claimed by Green. The hand pass goes across. Nichols is going to take it, and there'll be 15 yards against him as well, I would. No, there's not. Nichols is taking it, and Michael Green, of course, won't pick it up. They haven't exactly been buddies. Kevin Hall will do the job for his captain.
Well, this is fair enough. It's all in the caper, isn't it?
That's right.
5 times best and fairest for Carlton has Nichols been, one of the great players of all time. Down to Silvani, behind his walls, tries to hit it across to Quirk. It's not well done. Good bump that time. It's kicked down, picked up by Nicholl. Ian Nichols in bundles of trouble, plays the man with it. His kick is not a good one. Lurches by the boundary line to the big fellow Ronaldson. Great play, Ronaldson. Trouble, look out, here comes Nichols. Nichols goes down with Barrett.
Great kick to
The
Nichols.
kick will go to Nichols.
Oh, look at that!
Really
Now,
bad.
there's a report of it.
Turn him round. Oh dear, right.
There is no report, but Gould. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear. That's the sort of thing that creeps into the game from time to time you don't like to see. But here's Nichols passing the ball beautifully to Crane, and it's pretty close to the third quarter siren. Crane with the ball, right in the centre. There goes the siren to end the third quarter, and it's 4 points the difference. There's the ball. Carlton, 8-10, 58 points to Richmond, 8-6, 54, and a magnificent recovery by the Blues in the third quarter. Final quarter is about to get underway, and here is Doug Heywood.
Certainly no one will forget the third quarter as John Nichols comes in and battles it out towards Jackson. Jackson is outpaced by Strang, and Strang does it brilliantly. Left foots the Tigers into attack, and here comes Gould.
Beautiful. He's played well there on hard at centre-half back. Gone the punch when he had to and marking well now.
And as he rose for the ball, so did Ron Barassi in the coach's bench.
A grand final specialist out to Quirk, who's another grand final specialist. In front of the pack, it's all Richmond through Bartlett. Bartlett right in the centre of the ground. Tries the short pass and does it beautifully to Barrett. Barrett takes his time, and wisely so, as Kevin Hall goes over the mark. There's Northey alone. He kicks it wide out to Northey. It's too wide, is it? Wait for the decision. It's a foul.
Oh, I thought it was a photo.
It was a photo finish anyway.
Oh, it was a close one, wasn't it? Westloff's. Oh, says my ball, please, sir.
Thank you very much. Now the umpire was right on the line, wasn't he? There was.
The big burly fellow says thank you very much and kicks it 65 yards to Nichols. In front the chance is Robertson. In bundles of trouble. Out to Quirk is great football. Quirk alone and unattended has time to steady. Michael Green pursues him. Quirk kicks it down the Jesselenko direction. He goes far too early and the umpire says free kick to Richardson.
This he's been doing on several occasions, Jesselenko, just flying that shade too early.
At centre half back, a perfect pass out to Bartlett. Bartlett just kept running quietly, takes the mark on his chest. Half back flanky boots it to centre wing position. Looking for Barrett, it's over the line. Tom Hafey gets up in front of the ball and frowns, gesticulates, shouts and yells, and the free kick to Carlton.
I think he would have liked to have punched it back in before it went over the
But
line.
he's going for the mark for a moment.
Well, which way will this game go? Who knows? 4 points in front are Carlton.
Robertson a skimming drop kick and down towards Green. Croswell in front, over the line, out of bounds.
Walls did very well to get there and punch that almost certain mark away from Green.
My word, he did. He's done this several times today.
Boundary throw in. Green the front position. Disputed one down to Gallagher. He's caught but quickly gets his right boot to the ball. Lurking in position is Dick Clay of Richmond. Is it Clay? No, it's Francis Burke. Francis Burke about to drive the Tigers forward and towards the centre of the ground. Gould up from behind, punches down, but straight to Northey. Northey's kick smothered slightly. Gould tries one hand but misses. There's Waite. He's grabbed, penalised for holding the ball. John Ronaldson, the man to take the free kick. Ronaldson, a long boot to when he gets onto them. Kicks this one high. Moore waiting behind Lofts. He jumps early.
From the back to Lofts.
Umpire Crutch pays them the same way at both ends of the ground. Lofts looking for somewhere to kick the ball. Carlton Messenger comes out off the bench as Lofts kicks there. Smith almost in the play there. A chance for Ronaldson, but he fumbles. Silvani the chance. Here's Nichols getting the ball off boot towards Quirk. Quirk fumbles but comes back to it and gets his kick. Sends it high in the air. Jones. Beard takes the front position away from him. Beard almost marks it down towards Crane, who falls over. Silvani goes through for Carlton and beats Burke. Silvani's kick a wobbly one. The opportunity for Crosswell and Jesselenko. Richardson is there. Jesselenko keeps the ball in. Owen has the chance. He paddles and cleverly paddles too to Strang, who's under pressure. Strang's kick doesn't cover a great deal of distance and is intercepted by Walls. Walls runs a long way and straightens up, and down goes Master Walls as he kicks, and Sheedy takes the simplest of marks in defence.
Jesselenko in trouble too.
Short pass is good business to Francis Burke at centre half back. Burke a long one. Gould and Jones in position, and it's Jones who hand passes then to Robertson. Robertson a pass towards Crane, who dives, loses the ball, and Barassi thumps his fist once again as it's picked up by Francis Burke. Burke with a long one, but bad one too to Gould. Gould breaks away with pace in the centre of the ground and boots Carlton forward once again, but it's all Richmond, and Mike Green is there. He gathers the ball, wastes no time, plays on the short pass to Hart, and Hart just forward of centre half-back has the mark. He boots the Tigers forward, but his kick isn't a good one, but it luckily falls into the arms of Billy Brown.
And Barrett's all on his own, down in the forward pocket.
Brown's kick goes high in the air. Barrett about to take the ride on Lofts, but Lofts with strength wins the ball. Turns Richmond out in that last line of defence.
Oh, he's been a great defender, Wes Lofts. All credit to him.
Experience tells, isn't it? Great player to have back there in a tight, tense game like this as Lofts decides to go to the other side of the ground. My word, this could be close to the boundary line. Quirk goes, couldn't quite mark it, knocked away by play. Richmond in attack, the ball on their right half forward line. They're kicking towards the main scoreboard end. Lovely tap by Ronaldson, finds Bartlett. Bartlett breaks into the open spaces, hooks the ball round towards Barrett. It's way wide of him though, and finds the boundary line again.
I don't know what good Billy Barrett's doing down there all the same. He's brought two players that are crowding Richmond's forward line.
Message has gone out to stop it.
Yes, get out of it.
There's the ruck duel going on. The ball comes here to Pennell. Pennell slung. Gallagher moves in, traps the ball well, gets it around. Quirk has two players to beat, Bowden and someone else, but Bowden takes the mark at about 3 bites. A beautiful mark. Got a lead here from Barrett. Barrett way down the ground. Oh, he fumbled it, then made a second grab. I fancy Barrett's back in the centre. Seems to be alternating between the centre and the full forward position. Hard man to trap. There's his kick on its way. Oh, it's got the distance. It's just offline though, and behind only to Richmond. They move on to 8-7 now. Only 3 points the difference at the 5-minute mark of the final quarter.
Ian Robertson coming off for Carlton, replaced by Ian Collins.
That's bad luck indeed for the Blues. He was suspect before the game. Collins no doubt will go into the centre. He's a versatile player. There's Robertson. Bad luck indeed. Played his part though. There's the kick by Lofts. Oh, it's a wobbly one in short, and this gives Green the chance. He couldn't trap it, and Crane's in the thick of it. There was a Gallagher on the ground. No, it was Hall. Got him right at the third stab. Green and Jones do battle. The whistle on the play, and it's a free kick to Green. Interference, apparently by Jones. Ronaldson is about 50 yards out. The angle about 45 degrees. He can put them through. I remember a magnificent goal he kicked when Richmond won the Grand Final 1967. And here's this one, and it's not bad, I tell you. It's close, a bit offline, was it?
Hit the post.
It hit the post, I think. It just touched it. Oh, it was a magnificent effort by Ronaldson, taking the Tigers now onto 8-8, 56 points. Carlton 8-10, 58. Only 2 points the difference. Lofts to put the ball into play.
And wondering to where he'll kick it, because Peter Jones leads to the grandstand side, and Lofts indicates very clearly at this stage he's going to kick deep to the outer side of the ground. Serge Silvani trots across to help this one out, and it falls in short where Silvani is. He's underneath it, almost took a good one. Here's Richmond's opportunity through Burke, out towards Barrett. Barry Gill will take him on. Barrett's got 2-1 against him, picked up by Collins. The 19th man gets his first kick, and there's only Sheedy at home. Sheedy about the centre wing position gets an awkward bounce. He's got plenty of time to recover, tries the short pass and does it delightfully.
Free kick further afield in any case.
Stupid football by Jackson there as the ball comes up. Hall is in position and holds a strong mark in defence for Carlton. Jackson and Sheedy having a two-man war. Now Hopkins has come on for Carlton. Who has he replaced?
Looks like Ian Nicol to me, but it's a bit hard to pick up. He's behind the goals.
Yes, you're right, Tony. Kick by Hall is not a good one. A free kick there to Michael Green. He was grabbed around the neck as he went for the mark, and he'll send the Tigers forward. Hopkins on as second rover. for Carlton. The short pass is a delightful one and beautifully accepted by Royce Hart. Hart, I would fancy within kicking distance. He's about 55 yards out, but he's a beautiful drop punt when he gets onto them. The goal square packed with players.
Bit of niggling going on too.
As Hart lines this one up with great determination from a long way out, strides in, puts the ball under his boot. It's on its way. It's got plenty of distance. It's falling just a bit short. Touched off the hands of players through for a behind to the Tigers. Well, that puts them within 1 point of Carlton. Carlton 8-10-58. Richmond 8-9-57.
Richmond look very steady at the moment.
The messages are coming out. The crowd is... There's just one roar around the ground as Lofts puts this ball into play. It's a lovely drop kick looking for Jones. Green is there, knocks the ball away. It comes to Ian Collins, tackled, holding the ball, is against him, and the free goes to Billy Brown. He's got a lead here from Barrett all on his own. Barrett's got it. He's going to steady and have a shot for goal.
Billy Barrett showing the ball to the crowd as he marked.
He's on a very acute angle, but he's a beautiful kick for goal. Let's watch this one on its way. It's a magnificent kick. It's through. A goal. And Richmond hit the front at the 9-minute mark of the final quarter, and that's goal number 3 to Billy Brown. And what a gem that was. There he is.
What a gem of a goal from an almost impossible position. Beautiful torpedo.
The goal of a champion. There's the ball. And the crowd just going absolutely wild with excitement. There's a section of this vast crowd here today. Back in the centre now. Rucks do battle. Ball comes clear to Francis Burke. Away go Richmond again into attack. Coming to Northey. Chipping in his haul. Couldn't quite mark it. Knocks it forward. Comes to it again. Was held and will get the free. That's the steadier for Carlton. Richmond 5 points in front as Hall drives the ball forward with a good kick. Coming to it is Croswell. Croswell very nearly held that. Clay picked up the crumbs though, and Clay swings Richmond forward. Here's Northey getting under the ball all on his own. And he goes on with it. He gets a lead here from Hart, but Gould's going to chip in and try and mark it. Knocks the ball cleverly forward. It's come here to little Hopkins, who has come on. Hopkins' kick is a good one up to centre half forward. Coming out to the ball is Gallagher, but in front was Beard to take the steadying mark for the Tigers. He's been a good player in defence this
Very
fellow.
steady.
Beard with the ball. He'll swing Richmond forward, the kick towards their centre half forward position. Pack of players fly for it. Ronaldson went high. Little Hopkins comes in again. Trundles the ball to Gould. Gould in turn tries to trap it. Can't do so. Bowden comes in. Hopkins again. Gets the ball short with a hand pass. Oh, the tackle around Brown's neck. And he'll take the free. He's got a lead here from Clay all on his own. And Clay takes the mark. Didn't gain anything from that. In fact, forced Richmond into the pocket a little bit more. It's about half forward right, though, just the same. There's the kick by Clay. Oh, it's a gem. Right up to the full forward area. They fly for it, waiting down behind his gill. Oh, he fumbles badly. Allows Green in. The hand pass to Northey. Pops it through. A goal. Another goal for the Tigers. Goal number 10 on the board. And the second to John Northey. A clever, elusive player. As a matter of fact, I said last week of one player, they seek him here, they seek him there. They seek him everywhere, and John Northey's a very hard boy to nail once that ball gets into the open spaces. And the Tigers looking good now. 10-9 to Carlton 8-10, a game of fluctuating fortunes.
Back in the centre with umpire Crouch. The big fellows waiting for Jones and Nichols are both on the ball as they clash. Jones gets it down. Out it goes to Bartlett. Bartlett boots the Tigers into attack, and here comes Northey, trapped by Kevin Hall. Kevin Hall takes 10 tons of time, and beautifully to Walls. Beautifully done. And Walls takes the mark, and there's a player, Jesselenko, alone. Walls tries a funny one across towards Jackson, and Strain takes it.
Oh, but he should have passed
Too
it
slow.
earlier.
Oh, yes, much too slow.
Strain quickly out towards Quirk, and Quirk in perfect position takes another mark. He's on and he's caught, and the chance is there for Clay. Clay half-back flank screws it back towards Barrett. Barrett hotly pursued by Collins, handles the ball well, handles it brilliantly. A long hand pass to Bartlett. Bartlett will be picked up by Hopkins, gets his kick and boots it down to Johnny Gould. Over his head it goes. A chance for Wesley Lofts to come through. Down goes Hart, and really down in he stays down. Picked up by Moore. Moore shoots for goal, and Barry Gill's the man. He fumbles once again, and the ball's taken over the line out of bounds.
My word, Hart, there he is. That was a bone rattler. It really was.
These Carlton defenders not cooperating well just at the moment.
Peter Jones and Ronaldson contest this one. Jones front position, cleverly out to Waite. Waite is handled badly and goes careering over the line, out of bounds with the ball in tow.
Hart looking very wobbly on his feet, understandably so.
Ronaldson front position does it nicely. A chance now for Gould, and he's in lots of trouble. He's tackled when not in possession and will take the free kick. John Gould. Short, Pennell gave the lead. It was ignored, and probably rightly so. Gould is going to kick as long as he can along this grandstand flank.
About 12 minutes into the final quarter.
His target is Peter Jones. Peter Jones and Michael Green fly. Wonderful roving Dick Clay. He steadies from 50 yards out, kicks it long and just misses. Another behind to the Tigers.
That's their 10th behind. Richmond moving on now to 10-10, 70 points to Carlton, 8-10, 58. Exactly 2 goals the difference, and we're exactly 14 minutes into the final quarter.
Tony, I notice a lot of Carlton players all flying together, nobody down.
Oh, nobody in that defence particularly. Lofts and Gould a couple of times.
Lofts favouring the outer side of the ground. There's a pack flying to the ball. Waiting down behind is Roger Dean. Roger Dean, a long hand pass, finds Bowden. Bowden lines up the goal. He's way off target with it, and it bounces for a throw-in. Well, what a fantastic game this has been so far. It was all Richmond in the first half. Carlton took right over in the third quarter, and now Richmond are right back in business. Jones gets the ball to Hall. Hall's kick comes out here to Quirk. He's been the greatest kick getter on the ground. One of the best. Charges downfield. Has got a lead out here from Robert Walls. Sets himself for it. It's knocked away, though, by Bergen. Walls recovers nicely. Hooks the ball around, but it goes straight to the arms of Strang. Strang's kick down towards Dick Clay, who sets himself and takes the mark. Well played, Richmond. Beautiful mark, Clay. On its way it goes. A penetrating kick into the scoring zone. The Wolves on the play, and a free to Richmond. No two ways about it. It's going George John Northey's way. That was pretty obvious. Northey knew it was on right from the start, and all the Richmond players and umpire Crouch made no mistake. He saw what was going on, and Northey is now straight in front and about 40 yards out. Straight kick here, and the Tigers will be really back in business. There's the kick. It's going to be touched. It's falling short and through for the behind. That's a very handy one, though, to Richmond. It just gives them that 13-point advantage. 10-11 to Carlton, 8-10.
Vice Captain Wesley Lofts kicks to the grandstand side, and Michael Green's the only man in position. Quirk spoils him brilliantly. Here's a chance for Hopkins and Clay. In comes Brent Croswell on the ball. Goes like a bullet downfield. He's about centre wing position as he kicks a left footer very badly. And leading in the race the ball is Barry Richardson, well shepherded, but Richardson very proppy and very slow. Over the line, out of bounds, half forward flank. The Blues are in attack.
16 minutes into the final quarter.
Robert Walls comes in to take up a ruck position. His opponent will be Green, who's done all the heavy work for the Tigers all day. Up goes the legal student, can't take it. Well played Jesselenko as he chucks it out to Gallagher. Gallagher's tackled when not in possession. He plays on, runs into trouble, won't give up. Down he goes, takes a free kick, and it was almost paid for courage alone.
That's about it too, I think. I don't know whether there was any definite free there, but he certainly earned it the way he battled on.
Carlton badly need a goal at this stage.
With Nichols lurking in the goal square, Gallagher goes for the big one. Vin comes big jog, can't take it. Behind the package, Jackson, he loses it. Picked up by the brilliant Sheedy. Sheedy tries a short pass, it goes to Crane. Roger Dean is there too. Umpire says no mark, and will come in and indicates that I think he'll bounce it.
Sergio Silvani could have been reported.
Yep, the goal umpire came out and looked as though he meant business.
It's Green and Walls, the contestants again, and Green wins it beautifully to Owen. He's beautifully bumped by Jesselenko. Out wide it goes, Jesselenko following. He'll be tackled by Burke, gets it across to Crane. Crane on the half-forward flank, 70 yards out from goal. John Nichols in position, almost took a good one. Here's Richardson, and the ball is in a scurry on the ground there. Silvani pushes it through eventually, and it's a force behind to Carlton.
That's an important one, because it again makes the difference a clear 2 goals. At the 17.5-minute mark of the final quarter, it's 10-11 Richmond, 8-11 Carlton.
And who's this kicking out? Richardson still. Goes for the grandstand. The Clay gives him the lead, and it's beautifully done. As Dick Clay holds that mark in the back pocket. Clay given the lead by Barrett. Further afield, Collins about to strike. Ball comes down to the ground. A chance there for Hall. He's brushed aside. In goes Collins. Play on, says the umpire. Collins, no free kick there as Bergen comes away with the ball. He sends forward. Ronaldson the chance. Waite thumps. dashing through Moore without the ball. Wait the high hand pass. Gould a tennis smash, and Carlton could be out of trouble as the ball comes towards Hall. He handballs towards Collins. Collins back to Hall and put him under pressure. Hall doesn't evade the issue. He sends to Gallagher. Down goes Gallagher. In swoops Jesselenko. He loses the ball. Sheedy there underneath the ball. Umpire Crouch poised as down goes Gallagher once again. Players going in, throwing themselves in. Gallagher on top of the ball. He's tackled. Umpire Crouch will ball it up, I think.
What a tense passage of play that was.
Oh, it's tough, it's hard, isn't it, eh? No quarter being asked or given, and it's a do-or-die struggle with the Tigers still holding a 12-point advantage.
Pure desperation.
Which way will this game go? Well, at the moment, Richmond are in the box seat.
Eric Moore coming off the ground for Richmond. His replacement is Bond, who's come on the forward line to go to full forward.
Back with umpire Crouch now as he bounces the ball. Nichols in front, tries to grab it, knocked away by Green. Burke, is it, kicks it? No, it was Sprang perhaps, or Bergen, I'm not too sure. But one of the Richmond players put it out on the full, and here's the brilliant Quirk to take the free kick. He's been a grand player for Carlton all day long. There's the kick on its way. It's a beautiful 1-2 position. Big John Nichols flies. The ball knocked away. Grabbed here by Bartlett. He's quickly dispossessed, and the pack develops, and umpire Crouch will bounce it. Time ticking away. 20 minutes into the final quarter now. Can Richmond hold on? There's Nichols going high, grabs the ball, puts it onto the boot. It's smothered. Silvani's in the thick of it there. They come back with the ball. A pack develops, and a free kick goes Richmond's way. Who's it going to? Sheedy?
Bowden, I think.
No, it is Bowden, yes. Bowden to take the free for Richmond in that last line of defence, and their efforts at the moment are to bottle up this Carlton attack.
Out where Pinnell's in front position. He recovers best. It's out wide to Crane. Crane boots Carlton back into attack with a long high one. It's across the face of goal, and Jets get through for one behind to the Blues.
And look at the way Richmond have packed this defence, Tony.
Yes, they're just about all on that side of the centre. Ken, at the moment, only 6 players on the Richmond forward line side of the centre.
11 points the difference, and my word, if Carlton can score a goal quickly, it'll be on again, really on.
19th man Bond at about 5'8", he's full forward. That indicates how Richmond have packed that back line as Richardson kicks out where Peter Jones and Michael Green go for it. Lovely scouting by Clay. Clay drives it down to Ronaldson. Late arriver comes Waite. Well done, Waite, as he thumps it down. Hits it along the boundary line. Over it goes out of bounds between centre wing and half forward flank, and the Tigers are leading and are in attack. Waiting now for Ronaldson to take up his position with Peter Jones, his opponent. From behind, Jones straight to Bartlett. Wasn't good football. Bartlett with great speed gets around everybody, then boots it back, and Barrett's in position and takes the mark.
And took a pretty solid bump to boot, but he rode it well.
Yes, he saw it coming. How he gets down there on his own, I'll never know.
Yes, I was just thinking, Ian Collins hasn't picked him up since he came on.
You know, he could put this through, Doug. I've nominated them before from here. He's just the type of player to put it through.
About 45 to 50 yards out. It's a long one. It's not quite long enough. It slipped through over the hands of the pack for behind. 2 goals again, is it?
That's right. 2 goals in front are the Tigers at the 22-minute mark of the final quarter.
Time's ticking away for Carlton. They'll have to do a lot better than they're doing at the moment.
There's the kick in by Lofts. Green has the mark for Richmond.
The official attendance today, 119,165, an all-time record.
Not quite the 120, Ken, but not far off it.
Green lining this one up from a long way out. Has his spiral punt going goalwards. It's got plenty of distance. It might be through. And that's a vital behind scored by the Tigers. That takes them along to a 13-point lead. They're 10-13-73, Carlton 8-12-60. And the premiership slowly slipping away from Carlton. As Vin Waite moves in to put this ball into play. It's a beautiful kick too. Bowden's in position and holds a beautiful mark for Richmond. Strong mark. Teammates all round him, telling him to slow down and take plenty of time. Bowden carefully lining the ball up, won't make the distance from here. His kick is off the side of the boot. Lofts has the chance to mark and does so.
You know, oh, look at that one. I had the impression that Richmond were running out of steam in the third quarter, but it wasn't so.
There's Loft's kick towards Quirk. Clay goes the punch and puts the ball down. Here's Northey, but he loses the run of the ball. Pennell unloads him. And here's a chance for Hall. He picks up and runs it. Oh, a stiff one round the ears. And Hall has the free kick. Hand passes to Gould, and Gould runs into a stiff one. Here's Silvani for Carlton in the centre of the ground. Sends the ball wide to Hopkins on the flank. Hopkins spears the ball back in towards half forward, but there's nobody at home for Carlton, and it's Kevin Sheedy who takes the mark. And a 15-yard penalty to boot.
Can't understand some of these Carlton players.
They've been sucked in by Sheedy, and he's a master at it. He's the leading free kick getter in the league this season. There's Sheedy's kick, a good one. Pinpoint to position. Up is Michael Green. Quickly, he wastes no time. His left foot kick isn't a good one. In comes Collins. Down goes Collins. No free kick as Dean scouts the pack. He's grabbed, loses the ball. Collins scouting. Finally picks it up and kicks it in desperation. But who's there? Sheedy.
Jesselenko on his own, calling for it, but Collins didn't see him.
Sheedy then boots it back towards centre half forward. John Nichols makes front position well. Could have been awarded that one. Plays on strongly. Loses the run of it. Here comes the speech to Bartlett. Runs into his back and pushes him over, and Bartlett's down and feeling it. There's Kevin Bartlett writhing on the ground.
Well, I think a lot of Carlton players feel the game has slipped out of their hands and they're doing some very foolish things at the moment. That was a very foolish tackle indeed.
And what a great player Bartlett's been for Richmond in this final series. He's been tremendous.
Yes, he's been easily the outstanding rover.
22 kicks. Here's his 22nd for the day.
There's Northey. Northey can't take it. A weary-looking Lofts goes after it, but it's over the line out of bounds. His Waite's the man who pursues it. And there's a few Carlton players. I saw Peter Jones signalling to Nichols to come on the ball. He's run out of puff. And Wesley Lofts looks so much the same too as Nichols comes in with Ronaldson. Nichols up and thumps it towards Gallagher. Gallagher in tons of trouble, ducks his head as usual, and luckily takes a free kick as he's tackled by Ronaldson.
25 minutes we are into the final quarter. Only time on remaining, and Richmond clinging to their lead. 10-13 to 8-12.
He's got nobody to kick to. Jesselenko comes in to assist him. Jesselenko taken away by Bartlett. Bartlett 45 yards out. Shoots, and there's Richmond in the goal. It's Bond. He's marked about 10 yards out, and this is curtains for the Blues.
Yeah, but there could be a free kick here against Richmond, could there? I don't know.
I think it'll be against Carlton, if anything.
15-yard penalty against Carlton.
I don't know. We'll wait and see.
It's 15 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not really 15. It wouldn't matter anyway. He's marked it in the goal square. Couldn't miss this.
Graham Bond, 19th man, kicks it to the scoreboard, and what a good scoreboard it looks for the Tigers.
That'll be the finish.
That's put the seal right on it.
Yes.
And Richmond have really consolidated now. 11-13-79 to Carlton 8-12, and there's Adrian Gallagher with the cramp. 8-12 Carlton 60, and so Melbourne still remain at this stage anyhow. There's Tom Hafey, a very excited coach naturally. Melbourne still remain the only side to win successive premierships, and that was back in 1960.
59-60.
That's right.
In the centre, it's John Nichols still battling as the great captain, and Silvani gets hit on the back. He then boots it out wide where Bergen traps it beautifully, recovers nicely, boots the Tigers into attack, down towards where in front it's Bowden, takes another splendid mark. Michael Bowden takes another good one. Look at him there, grinning to Vincent Wade as he gets up. He's happy. Premiership is ours, says Mike Bowden. He's on half-forward flank, right in front of the men's members, a good 75 to 80 yards out from goal. Bowden, ex-St Kevin's, or recruited from St Kevin's, boots it downfield. Royce Hart's underneath the front, so Silvani behind his Bartlett, shoots for goal and puts it through. That's it.
Oh, and look at Bartlett, isn't he? Look at him. He's so happy with things it doesn't matter. And can you blame him? They've got it sewn up, the Tigers, no two ways about it. And do you know that Carlton haven't kicked a goal in the last quarter so far, and it's been in progress 27 minutes. Right now, back in the centre. Richmond have got it sewn up, and their supporters are on pretty good terms with themselves. There's John Nichols, a great battle of it. In nips Clay to get hold of the ball. Drives it forward. Ian Collins is getting under it for Carlton, steadies. Could have played on, but there's so many Richmond defenders there, it doesn't matter. Here's Collins coming in. The kick is a good one to centre half forward. Robert Walls is getting under it, couldn't mark it. There's Croswell picking up the ball, hooks it around. It's in a little bit short though. Francis Burke coming to the ball. Crane beating him to it though. Crane coming through with sheer speed, overruns the ball, allows Burke in. Burke sends the ball forward, coming to it there, and to mark the ball is none other than Billy Brown. Billy Brown's kick looking for Barrett. It's misdirected. Collins comes in for Carlton, drives the ball to centre half forward. It's all Richmond, and Bergen takes the mark. And look at Bowden being hugged there by Charlie Callender, one of the great personalities of football.
As Bergen boots it into attack for the Tigers once again, punched away from Hart. John Nichols wearily gets it out to centre wing position. Crane cleverly blocks, then gets his kick and boots it down to centre half forward. Gallagher there with the cramp takes the mark at centre half forward. Once again, Peter Jones gives the lead. Gallagher's got nobody to kick to in the 10-yard square. It's all Richmond apart from Sid Jackson. Jackson goes up. He's 5'8". His opponent is Owen at about 6'2", and the mark is easily taken by Barry Richardson, actually.
Played well for a player who was considered a little bit suspect before the game from point of view of injury.
Yes, he's done a wonderful job. A physiotherapist by trade. He treated himself and he's come out of it with flying colours. The Richmond fullback deep in the goal, boots it out wide to where Hopkins is in front position, but very slow, and the mark is taken by the gallant little Billy Brown.
Brown for Richmond to send them further forward in towards the centre wing position. Green is there. Big pack flies for the ball, including Hart, who recovers beautifully. Hart swings the ball back towards centre half forward, and there's nobody at home for Carlton. The ball bounces towards Lofts. He decides to break through, retarded by the leg, picked up by Hopkins. He sends up towards Carlton's half forward area, but it's all Richmond there as Bergen breaks up this attack with a long kick back to the half forward line. There's Lofts to mark at centre half back for Carlton.
Well, he's tried hard anyway. Tremendous game from Wesley.
Got a big heart, hasn't it?
Yes.
Lofts and Barrett exchanging pleasantries as Lofts goes to take this kick. There he kicks towards centre half forward. Silvani is there, and Silvani has the mark. No one to play to, so Silvani kicks it out wide in the Jesselenko direction, but the bounce beats everyone except Barry Richardson, who charges upfield and breaks up yet another Carlton attack. Up towards Gould and Hart. Gould punches the ball down, but the bounce favours Dean. Dean to Northey. Down goes Northey. Free kick. All a crude tackle on that occasion. Northey cramping just a little bit, but he has the free kick just wide of centre half forward.
Not very long to go in this 1969 Grand Final. We've been playing about 31 minutes in the final quarter with Richmond 12-13 to Carlton 8-12 as Northey drives the ball forward. There goes... There was a Hunt on the ground, but it's Pennell who picks it up for Carlton, swings the ball into the open spaces. Big John Ronaldson flew for the ball, couldn't hold it. Serge Silvani played a great game, gets hold of it. It goes to Crane. Crane's got plenty of toe. He may be tackled by Burke. He's not. Crane gets his kick in down towards Jackson, but once again it's Richardson who outmarks him, and it's all over. Richmond won the 1969 Grand Final, defeating Carlton 12-13 to Carlton 8-12.